For all, who's the fattest on the show? Let's get this bit over with because we've been threatening to do it for days.
One more chocolate chipper.
Go ahead, keep eating because I'm going with you, I think.
I thought Artie would refrain from eating till the weigh-in.
Well, here's the thing.
Right,
I mean,
here's all the fat guys.
Who could be? I mean, look, I surprised myself by getting over 290, man. That was like, holy Christ. I mean, that was depression for
that
me.
was a barrier you hadn't broken before.
Robin, not even close. I think, like, when I did dirty work, I was on my heaviest. I think that was on like 265. So
wow.
that's a big amount of weight, and I don't think there's anybody else here that's close to 300 pounds.
All right, I'm going to bring in all the fat guys. Here's the fattest guys I could find on our show. Jason, who works in our back office, and Jason and Will are producers on the show. We have quite the staff. We got quite the heavy staff. I got Jason. I got Brian Phelan, who works for Howard TV. He's been with us for years. Hey, Phelan, how long you been with us? How many years now?
10 years. 10, 11 years.
Yeah. How tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's big.
Yep.
He could give Artie a run.
You know who else is coming?
Who else?
That don't discount is 𝗦𝗵ici𝘄. He's also tall. Tim's tall.
Yeah, he's fat too.
But
I was sitting with him yesterday with you in that meeting.
Yeah.
And boy, his belly was flopping over.
We talked about Tim needs to get a fashion consultant because what Tim does is he gets his shirts too tight and they're always striped.
Yeah, and he wears striped pants and striped shirts. And they're all tucked in. Tim's looking very Rush Limbaugh. All right, you got Brian Phelan, who is from Howard TV, and he's pretty heavy dude, and he's 6'3". You got Tim Sabian, our program director, he's in the gym constantly, but always heavy. Jason's gained quite a few pounds in the last, I'd say, 3 years, right?
Totally, especially this last year.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing to yourself?
Put it that way. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. I'm depressed about it. I don't feel good about myself.
I know. And Scott, the engineer, is in the group, and he's got like a big bowling boy, like he's got a big giant Santa belly. You know?
I know, it's crazy.
You might even be fatter than Artie now that I'm looking.
I don't think so, but I'm getting there.
I don't know. This is going to be tough.
I know. It's not as easy a call as you think.
John Hines put on a lot of weight.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And he's tall as well.
But John doesn't have the belly thing going on. Like, if you look bellies down the line, like Scott and Tim and Artie have the bellies.
Let me see Artie next to these guys. Move out of the way, Gary.
Look, I mean, listen, none of us look like the '89 Michigan team.
By the way, you know what? It's starting to be like fat guys are starting to look normal now. Benji.
Hey, America's fat. Yeah.
Yep.
When I go to the Midwest to do stand-up, I'm consistently the thinnest guy in the room.
That is true.
And Benji is fat, but he looks a lot smaller next to Artie. He looks like half the size of Artie. Benji's way smaller than you, Art. Art's got the big head now and the big neck. Like, your neck is huge.
He has no neck anymore.
It's called fucking conditioning.
I think Artie's going to weigh more than all these guys.
I think
Right,
so.
but what about the rest of the order? Who do you think is who's the thinnest guy in the group?
All right, the guy who weighs the what happened to Phelan? Did he leave?
No, he's
working on the
bending
scale.
over.
He's working on the scale.
He's rigging it.
What's all that noise?
Hey, is there a prize for the heaviest guy? We give a prize for every other fucking thing. I can't get like a
We'll give
sandwich
you another
somewhere?
bag of cookies.
What's that hum?
You know, it's
One of
funny.
the microphones, maybe.
Let me see. Hold on. Wow. What mic is that, A or B?
I'm on A.
I'm on B.
See, when I turn them off, it's better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to that.
A lot of ambient noise.
So this guy gets in, he's going to work on it.
Yeah. Sorry about the noise, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
just the lights and the ceiling and a lot of people in here.
Well, if it's lights in the ceiling and we know there's something wrong, why don't you look into it?
Why don't we see if I switch to the hardwired ones? Would
All
that be
right, do
easier?
that, yeah.
Okay, so turn off these.
Yeah, turn those off. Let's put on the, we got wired mics. I think they're better. What's going on over there?
Turn off the other ones.
What are we doing here?
I got it.
Maybe I'll move. Maybe I'll see if I can participate. All right, that's much better, I think, already.
So it's not the lights.
Well, it's the lights with the wireless.
Oh, I
see. Yeah. A hardwired mic is going to be affected by lights.
I think what Scott is saying is if we just get rid of the lights in the ceiling, we'll be fine.
Oh, okay, Scott. See if you can do that by tomorrow.
What I'm saying is I just made that up. It's really... no.
Well, don't worry. We know. We know you know nothing. All right, let's think. I think the next heaviest guy is either going to be Phelan or Jason. What do you think, Robin? Put them in order.
The next
I say
heaviest?
Artie's the heaviest.
You think Jason weighs more than Benji?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
I disagree.
I can't get a good look at everybody. I'm coming in.
Well, who do you want? Yeah, come sit on the couch.
I say Jason weighs more than Benji.
I don't think so. I don't know, though.
Benji doesn't look that big to me right now. He kind of looks normal.
May I? Benji, may I?
Lift up that shirt. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's your body?
Jiggle for me.
That poor
I
chick.
might have to go. I might have to go shirtless just to really just in case.
All the guys should lift their shirts.
What? Why is your mic not on now?
Hello?
Let me see.
Hardwire A?
Hardwire A isn't working.
This is B.
I'm on A.
That's B? It's not working.
Hello?
It's not working. What are you helloing?
Hello doesn't fix it.
He's helloing.
Hello.
Hello? The hello ain't gonna help it. Got a bunch of fucking nuts working.
I think
in
it's the lights.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll do the wireless. Artie's got his shirt off. Artie, you're definitely bigger than Benji.
Everyone should take their shirts off.
Artie, you're definitely big. Oh, what mic are you on now?
The one I haven't moved.
What mic are you on now?
I'm on.
I'm fucking going crazy.
Hardwire A
But
and
before I have
wireless A.
Benji out of here.
Hardwire A and wireless
All right,
A.
thanks, Gary.
Thanks what? For telling you what fucking mics to put on? Scott, why do you keep moving back?
Because he's retarded.
Did you see what Artie did?
He took his shirt off.
I couldn't
Hey,
believe
listen,
he did.
guys. This is what a man looks like.
Are you shaving your belly?
No, why?
I don't know. Your belly's all red.
It's gotten too big for hair to cover it.
Benji, take your shirt off. I want to see you next to Artie, so I can really judge.
Don't touch me with your fucking.
Don't touch Artie with your.
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
it. He's half the. He's built identical to you, but half the size.
They're twins.
Look at the titties on you guys. Look at the titties on you guys.
Yeah, I think he's laughing at my sunglasses.
Well,
Artie's
Benji's.
sporting. I mean, Benji's sporting bigger breasts.
Yeah, Benji's got huge tits. You've got tits like a girl. I mean, Artie doesn't have tits.
Look
Look at his titties.
I'm conditioned.
Look at those fucking titties in you, dude.
See, this is the worst when you play like people used to play shirts and skins basketball. How fucking people did that?
That was the worst. Holy mackerel, Benji, your body's completely off.
Yeah, I'm fat.
No, but I mean, it's like a weird fat. Like Artie don't look so bad fat.
Benji's much looser, like looser skin.
Artie looks like a guy who used to be a construction worker who drank a lot of beer. You know what I mean? Like you could see the form of what used to be a build.
Right.
I look like a guy who hit 405 for Union High in 1980.
But Benji's like completely atrophied. And you know what? I hate to point this out, but Benji on his chest, I just noticed, has this crazy rash underneath all that hair.
Yeah, because his titties. Oh, look at that. What's
Looks
that?
like a bunch of extra nipples.
Oh, what is that? What's going on with that rash?
I don't know. It's just always, if someone's fat, I'm just always the grossest.
No, but do you see you got all those like red blotches and bumps on your titties?
Yes.
Look at those.
I have sensitive skin. I don't know.
Wow, Benji.
You might have a disease, bro.
No, I don't.
No, I don't know, man.
Take your shirt off, Howard.
Weird.
What's I'm not fat.
Take your shirt off.
He doesn't mind taking his shirt off. Let's not get into this.
You're just wasting our time, Howard.
Take his
I know
shirt
you.
off.
I know you go to the gym.
I don't got no titties.
He doesn't have a rash either.
You fuck.
You can actually see that Howard, in fact, does have ribs.
You love your shirt off.
I don't, but I don't have titties.
Oh, I'm fat. I admit
You
it.
got to do something about this, man.
I've
You're
been
a young
trying to
man.
hide it, but I'm fat.
You're a young dude.
Yeah.
I don't know about
All
that
right, so
either.
you think Benji's the second fattest?
So wait,
I don't know.
you originally said that Jason was bigger than Benji. Now what are you thinking?
Well, we got to see Jason with a shirt.
Jason, take that shirt off. Let me see that. Let me see.
Oh, this is worse.
Yeah, the hair is the story.
You got a hairy back, dude?
Does you remember the story?
I'll know when I see him with a shirt
Howard, remember he went to the Korean woman? She wanted to charge him double?
Oh my God!
You're a big boy, too.
Turn around, Jason. Wow!
Jason,
I'm so embarrassed by this my whole life. What?
first of all, the hair on your chest, what do? Do you shave it at the collar?
What?
Is that how it goes?
No. I don't. I should shave down to here.
Yeah, you shave right down to the
I
hair on
have
your
to,
chest.
or else the hair will just
He
keep going.
saves his entire neck.
Like, you could have like a total hair turtleneck sweater.
Yeah,
Totally. He's like that Hungarian dog boy.
I think Artie might be heavier than you, but I think
He's
you're.
definitely heavier.
I know you're heavier than Benji.
Yeah, I think so.
You think?
Yeah, you gotta be.
No.
Jesus, I gotta write this down.
I'm so thrilled.
Yeah, I'm going with Artie first. Close second, Jason.
Phelan's feeling downright thin right now.
Phelan, you look kind of.
Phelan's
He
all-
does. He looks svelte.
Look at that.
All right, I don't know who's the. I think we should just weigh.
Yeah, because it's hard to tell.
I can't tell. I can't tell.
All right, somebody's JD. You got to write down the weights as we do it.
All right.
So who's going off? Let Artie go on first. Obviously.
All right. Artie's the guy to beat.
Right.
There's no one going to beat Artie. I'm looking at that belly. That Artie's big right now.
Keep backing up.
All right, Art. Artie, is it possible you could break
No, don't take your shoes off. Just
Well, Artie, you might as well take your pants off too, Artie.
Artie, get naked. Hey, Art, is there any chance you could be breaking 300?
I don't know. Absolutely.
All right.
I haven't been dieting.
All right, let me see. Yeah, this is after Vegas. Oh my
What?
Whoa. All right, it's 295. That's the benchmark to beat.
Right.
295.
what grade are we in?
Tim just pulled Artie's pants down.
296. I was the heaviest, by the way. I lost.
You lost a pound. All right, congratulations, Artie at 295.
See, he's already reducing.
Oh, God.
Tim just pulled down Artie's pants.
Let's bring Benji over next.
What kind of underwear is he wearing?
All right, Tim. Wait, who's next? Benji.
Benji,
All
let's
right,
bring-
Benji, definitely 265.
I say for Benji.
Yeah. He don't weigh as much as Artie. Stand on there. Put your feet right on. Whoa.
What?
All right, 252.
Wait, now Tim, take your foot off the scale.
Oh.
No. 252.
Didn't even matter. Okay, 252.
252.
All right, so now the big question is Jason more or less than Benji?
Definitely more. Jason definitely comes up at over 252. Get on there, man. Man, are you hairy? Your hair alone weighs 50 pounds. Yeah, you already beat Benji. 269. 269, motherfucker. Damn.
Damn.
And look at that. You're losing the hair on your head and you got hair all over your body.
Look
That's hair everywhere.
That is cruel.
Why is there not a fucking prize for the one fucking thing we don't have a prize
Well, it's
for?
funny. We're gonna.
What do you want?
Hold
I
on,
want
guys.
a car.
We're going to announce next week, Howard. We're going to announce next week that we are, in fact, doing a contest amongst ourselves with a $20,000 prize, Artie.
Oh, is it the Whitmore
Artie,
shirt?
Yes.
Artie.
So this is going to get you guys fired up.
What's the prize? I mean, what's the contest?
The contest is we're going to start out in 2 teams of 4, right?
Yeah.
8 altogether.
Oh, the weight loss contest?
The weight loss contest. And then the first team gets there, and then it's an individual contest after that.
Oh, that's going to be good.
All right.
All right, so Jason is the second fattest guy. Now, my money's on, let's see where Sabian clocks in.
What do you think he's at, Howard?
Sabian.
240?
240, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
no.
252.
You think you're heavier? Let's see.
252.
Really?
Heavier.
Let me see. Get on there.
I'd say 260, 250.
258.
Whoa.
Wait a second. He's a pound less than Jason?
Yeah.
I'm muscle.
Jason's number 2.
Jason was 260.
269.
Oh, sorry.
269.
He's 11 pounds lighter. I mean,
I'm
and
all
taller.
muscle.
So who's the second fattest guy? Jason? I had it right.
Jason, yeah.
All right, let me see. Hey, Phelan, get on there, man.
Now, Phelan's tall.
Yeah, he could.
He's big.
He has shoes on, but so who cares? Yeah, he's only 250. He's
There
a
you go.
lightweight. You realize how much
250,
everybody
6'3",
weighs
baby.
around
Bring
here?
it on.
But he's like 6'4", so that's not out of the question.
Yeah, he's thin.
What about Scott the
Scott, how tall are
engineer?
you, Scott?
Scott
6'1".
Scott the engineer.
He could sneak in
He
there.
could sneak in past Jason.
Because he's
Right, because he's
He
tall.
might.
And he knows he can.
What did Jason weigh again?
No, I can't.
269.
All right, here we go. Oh, somebody's got this. Holy, this can't be right.
What is it?
Phelan, are you stepping on that? Because he was up to 365. 268.
He's only a pound behind.
Jason?
Jason beat me. Excellent.
Oh, wow.
Jason, if you'd have taken a shit today, you wouldn't be in second place.
Let me go to the bathroom and come back.
John Hine, I bet, is I don't know.
He's the lightweight.
John, you think you got these guys beat?
No, I think I'll end up in the middle of the pack somewhere.
Let me see where you are.
243.
Nah, I think I'm heavier than that.
Let's see. 256.
Whoa.
We have 4 guys that weigh between 255 and 260.
This is, Artie, you're not such a slob compared
over
to
here.
these guys. I'm telling you.
No, listen, to think, though, 14 months ago, I weighed 200 pounds. That's the most astonishing, unhealthy statistic here.
Artie's still 30 pounds heavier than, like,
Who do we miss?
I mean, I gained 95 pounds.
We
in
got
a
them all,
year.
huh?
That's it.
Will is 160.
So I know it's
wins.
Artie Jason. Man, we got a fat show.
I heard Ganji's over 300.
All right, so that's a good way.
What about Ganji? Where the fuck is
He's
that?
not here. He's not here every day.
See, he might have been the second guy in the
No,
group.
Jason's got to beat.
You think? I don't know.
Jason, you got to slow down. What are you eating, boy?
I know.
Too
much,
What
man.
are you up to, man?
Nothing. I think it's my all right, whatever.
You
I know.
don't
I
make enough
eat.
money to be eating that
He was
much.
about to use the metabolism word. Did you? Right?
I backed off that.
Do you ever go out and take a walk or anything?
Yeah, well, I belong to a gym that I never go to. It's the worst.
But at least you're in the gym.
You know what I saw him doing yesterday too, Howard? I saw him doing like the fat guy move, which I've seen. You know, I've even been guilty of this. But I saw the bag lunch with the tuna sandwich on whole wheat bread yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? What's that? Is that the fat guy move? What does that mean?
It means he's going to try to start losing weight now.
Every day.
I'm down 4 pounds in 2 weeks. Everyone get excited.
Yeah.
I'm down a pound. I'm
Sabian,
down
you
a
weigh a
pound.
lot. You weigh a lot.
When I started here, I weighed like 240, and that's just in the last year with,
Oh, come on.
But
You've
it's
always
muscle,
been
though.
fat.
Look at that. Check that out, huh? Come on.
He's in the gym, and I'm like, why bother?
What do you mean,
I
why
mean, what's
bother?
he gonna
You feel
do?
good.
Wow.
Hey, Howard.
I think Tim is the whatever the fuck he is, program manager, whatever the fuck he is.
Jason just announced
Pulling down my pants is the worst Minneapolis move I've ever seen.
That was funny. That's funny. Jason was just whispering in my ear. You know, it's his birthday today. And it's just like the worst fucking day. The antidepressants. I mean, I could tell he takes this to heart.
How old are you?
His birthday. That's what we did for his
Dude,
birthday.
what's your problem, antidepressants? You're a young man.
I don't know. No, it's a problem I've had for a long time.
What are
dude.
you depressed about?
I don't know, dude. If I knew what it was, I may be able to fix it, man. I just
What do you mean? How deep does the depression go? Like suicidal?
No, not like that.
Like
but
what,
I mean,
blue?
What do you mean?
it gets to the point where it becomes hard to function every day, and there's like no rhyme or reason for it. It's just a horrible sinking feeling. And the last time I did these pills, it completely worked, and then
now it's not.
Well, I don't know. I've only been on them for a couple of weeks.
How long does it take for them to really get in your system?
About 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you still
I'm about
prefer
2 weeks.
television to fucking? Remember when you?
Most of the time.
Really? You'd rather watch TV than fuck your girlfriend?
Yeah, most of the time. No, I mean,
Did you ever try fucking your girlfriend on the TV?
Wow.
See, and I feel bad now. I feel like a completely horrible boss because Jason's been working for me for 6 or 7 years, and I never even knew he was depressed till he mentioned it. Like, I see no evidence.
This
Why
is the
did you know
perfect.
that?
This is
Well,
the
because you'd
perfect
see him
work
open
environment
around.
if you're depressed.
I don't take, I try and be professional here and not take it out on anybody.
So
but
what
I,
happens when you go home?
When they go home, I just sit and stare.
Yeah, like how mental? What do you mean stare? You saw that, Will? Did he sit and stare?
You could tell, yeah. He would like shut the door to his bedroom, and that's where he'd spend the rest of the night.
Really?
Hey, Howard.
But is that depressed, or is that just like having a good time watching TV?
It sounds,
I do
bored.
that.
It sounds like bored to me.
Are you bored?
No,
Yeah, you're having a good time.
When a couple years ago, when I was on the medication and feeling better, it changed my whole outlook. I went out more. I was happier. I called my friends, But when I get sucked down into this like depression, it's just you don't want to leave the apartment.
Maybe I'm depressed because I don't want to leave my apartment.
But
I
it's
don't
not
want to
like-
come to
it's not-
work.
it's not
But I
not
just
wa-
do it. I
But
think
you
I'm
know,
depressed.
some shrinks would say you have a form of depression, Howard. If that's your,
I guess
'cause
I am
I would
depressed.
definitely say that. I
I'm
look at
depressed?
his face. I'm like, oh,
you
he's
have time in your
depressed.
apartment.
Am I depressed?
especially if they want to sell you some pills. I mean,
What are these pills? Maybe I'll get them. I like to not be depressed. I think
You
I'm
like to be
depressed.
happy-go-lucky?
Who the fuck isn't depressed?
Marcus
Everyone should be
Schenkenberg.
on pills.
Can I tell you something? I about 6 or 7 years ago had what I thought was looking back on it might have been a bout with depression. It went on for like 4 or 5 months, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be anywhere. I didn't want to be home. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. Every day when I woke up, it was like a cloud over me. It's
called marriage.
But it was like one of those weird things because I know it runs in my family and stuff. And I just like when I look back on it now, I go, God, that might have been like depression, and that really
You know
sucks.
what? Do you wake up happy?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't.
When I go to my,
Don't wake up happy.
When I
What's
look
to be
at,
happy about?
When I look at my computer and I see there's a hot chick on the show, I'm like, oh, or a band I want. I'm like, this is gonna be a good day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
The only thing that depresses me is the news I read.
I wonder if I'm depressed.
I know you're depressed.
I am?
Again, we have to go through how miserable you are. That's depression.
Wait, miserable and depression are not the same thing.
No. I meant he's internally miserable. His life sucks.
But is that depression?
Yes.
I might
You
be.
can't-
I might have depression, but I don't think about. You know what I do, Jason? Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think about myself. Ever.
Yes, you do. You think
No, I
about yourself.
don't.
You
I
think
never
about
do.
yourself every
I
morning.
never think about myself.
Howard,
except
I've
if
never
I'm
heard.
forced
I've
into
never heard a crazier thing come out of a person's mouth.
I don't think about
Especially
myself.
that mouth.
I go home. I put on.
You
I
don't
play
think
chess.
about
No,
yourself.
I don't.
Oh, come on.
I don't think about myself. In
I've
my
never
mood.
met someone who thought about themselves
No,
more.
I don't think about my mood. Whatever this is it. It's not going to get any better.
It's not getting any better.
I mean, this is it.
He
What am I going to
doesn't
do?
question it. This
I don't
is it.
question
This
what
is the
this is.
matrix in which he
Let me
lives.
ask you to know.
I'm waiting until then when it ends. It's over. That's
Well,
it.
see, I think that's a sign that you probably have a good quality shrink because a lot of shrinks would try to spin your miserable stuff into depression and sell you pills and
Well,
shit.
absolutely. They try to medicate that.
But did you
I'm
ever
gonna ask,
feel?
I'm going to be seeing my shrink today. I'm going to ask him if I'm depressed.
Did you ever feel like?
I don't even know if
Well,
I
you've
am.
had many of the symptoms, insomnia, when you were going through your back pain. All of those things have, they
Depression.
come from your inexpressed, depression is unexpressed anger.
When I'm inside Beth, I don't feel depressed.
Hey, can I ask you a
no
question?
shit,
Probably
right?
a happy moment for you.
That is a happy moment.
Howard.
You know what? It's got to
Because
happen
you
even more.
forget yourself. That's the moment you're
Yes.
not thinking of yourself.
Can I
Pussy
ask-
cures everything.
Can I ask you this is a highly personal question. I don't know if I'll get the answer. Have you, in the period of time that you've been seeing your shrink, have you been prescribed and taken any medication?
No,
Just the
absolutely
Ambien.
not. No. He never even prescribed the Ambien. That was my
Where'd
other
you
doctor.
get that from?
That was my doctor, my general practitioner.
Oh, really?
That was Dr. Vidibumbat.
For me, and I don't know if this relates to you, but for me, it's like when you're doing something that you know you should be enjoying or have enjoyed in the past, and you just have I have no feeling towards it whatsoever.
Right, me too.
But
Yeah,
it's a horrible
the
feeling.
But I would
Like,
never know that's depression. I think
You
that's
just
being
don't
human.
put a label on it. That's
right.
you.
I'm smart.
It's human not to have any feelings.
Of course.
Okay.
My father told me that.
But do you, Howard? Have you ever felt
It's
like you
better.
couldn't function? Have you ever felt like being depressed depressed or miserable could made you not function? Like you can't
I
go
would
to
never.
work?
It's not an option. I got to function. What am I going to do?
Right. See, so that's. I mean, that wouldn't be called clinical depression.
No, I functioned all during my depression. Not
So
well, but I functioned.
you feel you went through a depression.
Oh my God, yes. I didn't sleep at all at
You're
one
all
point
gay.
in my life.
I mean, you got to get off those pills. What's the matter with you?
No. I want to see if they work again.
Sit in your room is good. That's what I do. I sit in the room, wait for the next day.
I always told people when, you know, if you can get up and go to work every day, you don't need medication.
What do you think there is in life? You think there's more than sitting in your room? What are you going to do? So you're going to go sit in a club? It's a series
No.
of- You know
What do you want to snowboard with Emilio Estevez?
People think they're missing out on something.
Yeah, you want to go to a party with Paris Hilton?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think Paris Hilton does? She's sitting in the club getting wasted.
She's a big dope.
I just want to feel good about something. I
think
want
it's
to
his way.
like have a feeling inside me that says like, wow, I'm enjoying myself.
No
or,
one
I'm
has
good.
that.
Nobody
I do.
has that.
I
Okay.
really do.
I'm
I
crazy
enjoy
then.
my life.
No one has that.
I have that.
No, you don't.
I do too. Love it.
I've seen you in action.
Oh, please.
You better enjoy yourself at the Yankee game when I give you my tickets, or else I'm not giving them to you.
Why are you bothering going to the Yankee game?
I don't know. Sometimes I question that. Sometimes you're just sitting there and you're just like, well, this is cool. And
never enjoy
But he loves the Yankees. That's something that
Let me tell
generally
you,
brings him joy.
Wherever I go, I'm never enjoying myself.
He's ready
and you're
to be
fine with
somewhere
that?
else.
Of course I'm fine with it. Why? What do you think there is going to make you feel happy? There's nothing.
Wait a second. You're happy when you're having sex with Beth. Making love.
Yeah, but
making love.
that's a different thing.
Making love.
That doesn't count, though, but that's like a...
Fuck making love. I like fucking. All right,
But that's happiness, right?
Happiness.
So now you know. Now you have a benchmark for what happiness is.
That's right.
So when you do
can't
other things,
feel like that every day.
I know,
every
but-
moment of the day.
Oh, I'd have a big smile on my
Yeah, we should embroider that into a fucking hook rug. Happiness is fucking a supermodel. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Thanks,
what it
Gar.
takes.
There's the benchmark. 99.9% of the world should leap off a bridge.
Yeah,
according
now
to that.
everything has to match that. Forget about it.
Nah, I tell you the truth. Look, simple things make me happy. I mean, like I like going to dinner.
But see,
At
Jason
no
is
room.
saying he doesn't see the simple things. The simple things aren't there for him.
is chess bringing you joy
Yes.
currently?
Yes,
Okay, so
tremendous
there's
amount of joy.
another benchmark.
But
you know?
Robin, Howard, you don't do a lot of simple things anymore. You go to dinner, but you go to a five-star restaurant.
You
It
could
doesn't
take me.
matter where you
I
go.
go to Ben's Deli with my daughter, and I love it.
Oh,
But
really?
you're enjoying
Yeah.
your daughter at that moment.
That's right.
It's the camaraderie. I mean, it's that you're enjoying. But
know-
to go out to a nice gourmet meal, woo, what's better than that?
Right. Knowing I don't look like Jason makes me happy. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh now?
What?
How much do you weigh? 269?
I
That's
heard he joined a gym recently. Is that true, Jason?
I joined the gym months ago, and I pay for it every month, and I never go.
You don't
It's horrible.
go.
And Benji, too. Benji joined a gym like a year ago.
Benji has the most disturbing body.
No, Jason's hair is really.
But he could wax that.
No, but
He tried
he's
it
even
once.
got spots where it's worn off.
Yeah.
He's got
Howard,
it down his arm.
Do you remember?
It's amazing.
Jason went to the Korean place to get waxed once.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Listen, I'm a little embarrassed about this. I got to warn you. I'm very hairy." She goes, "Oh, we see everything. We see everything." He took off his shirt. She goes, "Oh no, we charge you double. We charge you double."
Call me up there 4 times.
We never see this.
But Jason, you could sort of spin it in a sense. You have a sort of a cool, unique job. You work in a cool place. You got a girl that you're into,
Look at
right?
Artie
And-
trying to cheer up Jason.
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess.
You know what, Artie? It's a lot like when you showed up to Casey's intervention.
No, but listen to me.
I love that you're trying to make him happy and see the goodness in his life.
You're
Well, I
pointing out the
am.
good
Well, what
things.
about seeing the goodness in your life?
I realized
trying to kill yourself.
It took me a while to realize that every depression I went through was actually withdrawing from drugs. It wasn't a real some shrink told me you were just withdrawing from all the drugs you were doing. That was caused your depression. I've never gone through depression just caused by just
Are you
living.
depressed now, or are you happy?
I'm better now because I'm actually sort of going through a happy period right now. I haven't been on a drug in a year and a half. You know, so if you get the farther away you get from that shit and being dependent on it, the better I get. But Jason seems to be just depressed by life in general, and that sucks. You know,
Yeah, he said he doesn't even have the excuse of doing drugs.
Yeah, I mean,
Right, what's he going to do? He can't get away from the drugs.
What's the drug they got you on?
Lexapro.
Lexapro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
Howard.
stuff. 20 milligrams.
Does that give you erectile problems?
It did towards the end of the last time. That's why I stopped taking it. But
Yeah,
So far, so good?
You banging your girlfriend at all?
yeah.
Even on the Lexapro.
Right now, I just started, but I did have her prescribe me Viagra in case of emergency.
Oh, my
'Cause
God.
I told her I'm not going through that
How
again.
old are you, man?
28.
28? You're on Viagra?
No, I'm not on Viagra. The pills, the Lexapro last time caused problems.
Dude, at
towards the end.
28,
But you weren't taking Lexapro.
I don't care. He's 28.
You don't care about anything.
You know what? We had Stuttering John took. Remember he told us he took Prozac, and he couldn't finish.
Nah.
He couldn't finish.
Well, there's nothing wrong with
Fuck
that.
with you.
Do you want him to?
Not me.
Who'd want John to finish?
really.
And what emergency do you need Viagra? I have an emergency. Emergency use of Viagra.
I need an emergency boner.
If you're sitting in front of Beth and you can't get it up, that's a fucking emergency. Don't you agree?
Well, you know what? If I can't get it up in front of her,
It's over.
It's over. It's right.
Hey,
lay me down and put me in my grave. What?
Can we have a little bit of fun with these guys? Would you want them to all do synchronized jumping jacks?
No, I don't want to see anybody with their shirt off anymore. That's your
Why
gay
do you
fantasy.
want them to strip down and do
I think it
jumping
just
jacks
sounds
for
funny.
you?
Like it'd sound like an elephant, a pack of elephants in this room if they're all
Dude, you're
doing
no
jumping
lightweight
jacks.
either, honestly.
I know, but I feel a lot better about myself after this bit.
He's only 220. He's thrilled.
No, I'm 203.
All right, thank you, boys, and I appreciate you all being weighed in. I know it's not easy. All right,
Richard's
thank you.
coming in for the smelliest employee.
Yeah, we're thinking of having a contest.
Yeah, he's the benchmark for that, for sure.
Nah. Wow, you're the heaviest, but not by much.
Not by much. No one came close to me.
What did you weigh? To what?
295. No one came within 30 fucking.
Jason weighed almost 270.
269, so that's still
25 pounds.
That's true. It's true. You could lose 25 pounds and you'd be as fat as Jason.
Right. So I mean, where's my fucking prize?
Just a fair share is what it what it deserved. I think.
What'd you get paid for in your last fight?
$210,000.
210.
Yes.
And the guy you fought got 210?
No, I think he made maybe 25,000. I'm not 100% sure.
25,000. And how much do you think the fight generated?
I don't know. Hopefully we hit 1 million pay-per-view buys. I'm hoping.
1 million pay-per-view buys. So how much does it cost for a special? About
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
And if there's 1 million buys, I'm going to do some quick math. Give me a second.
Go ahead. It's not that hard.
Now, I know 5 and 0 is 50.
Oh,
okay, we
Howard,
start with
this
that.
is really
50
easy.
times 1 million. That's $50 million.
Good
wow,
for you.
that's pretty
All right,
good,
so it took me a
Howard?
minute. I mean, who wouldn't have to think about it? You don't want to get the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So you're saying in a fight that generated $50 million, you got paid $200,000.
Yes. We get a little piece of pay-per-view, but that's just hoping that we do 1 million pay-per-view buys.
So then you go on the air and you're not afraid of any man, and you go on and you talk about your boss, that guy, what's his name, Dana?
I don't remember his name. I really don't.
He's at the point of not even mentioning the guy's name.
Yeah.
Are you guys involved in a lawsuit or something?
No, not at all. I'm continuing a different chapter of my life. And
wow, you won't even
He's
mention the guy's
erased
name.
him.
Yeah,
You're gonna pretend you don't remember this guy's name.
Yeah, no, he's Howard. I mean, when you used to be at your old radio station, you didn't like the people you worked with either, so that's why you're to a bigger and better place, like Sirius.
Right.
Who
That's
did
why
you
I'm
used
going.
to work for? You don't know.
I don't remember their name.
Exactly. Same thing. I'm in the same situation.
No, I used to work for, Viacom, and I understand that. Listen.
And you spoke out. You spoke your mind, and I'm speaking my mind, and I'm in the same situation.
So are you considered a troublemaker in your industry?
Of course.
You are?
Yeah, if you don't go with the company, you're against the company.
What company are you with now?
I'm with the Tito company.
Good idea. In other words, what you're saying is, if you choose to fight someone, maybe set up your own pay-per-view.
I'll be doing my own promotions, and I'll be co-promoting with possibly some other companies that have already started their businesses.
Well, who are you going to fight? That's the question. Yeah.
We got to find the toughest guy possible.
Who is the toughest guy around besides yourself?
There's a bunch of guys who are very tough, You got to look at the ones who are going to sell the most tickets.
You ever lose to anyone?
Of course. Actually, I just lost 2 weeks ago, Howard. I lost a decision to a guy who ran away from me. If anybody got to see the match, he ran away from me for 3 rounds. And
you lost the decision. Do you think it was because the guys who you work for?
100%.
You do?
They put me against a guy who would run away from me and try to pick points. And anybody watched the fight, I came to fight. I tried to press the fight. There's a few times I was like, come on, man. Stop pussing out. Let's fight.
What's the best way to fight a man? Let's say I'm in the street. I've got to fight a guy. What's the most damage I can do? Sock him?
The best way
Chuck Zito told me to punch a guy in the jaw here and you'll knock him out.
Yeah, I usually talk my way out of it. I'm like, hey,
on the street you talk.
Yeah,
but give
you
advice
have
to pussies
well,
like
all of
me.
a sudden someone pulls a gun on you. You'd be pulling Matrix and stuff and be dodging bullets.
Yeah,
I don't know that move yet.
But a pussy guy like me, I get one shot at this. What's the best thing I could do in a street fight?
Talk your way out of it.
Talk my way out of it.
Of course.
Oh, boy, that always
So you
works.
got the best weapon already.
Well, the best thing is just kill the anger right off the bat and go be positive and try to reinforce good nature around it, and you'll solve it right there.
After your last fight, you were not allowed to do a press conference after the fight. Why is that?
I thought we lived in the United States of America, right?
Yeah, we do live in the United States of America.
I thought so last time I looked, and I walked up and they're like, you can't come in. I mean, you can't come in.
Who told you can't come in?
One of the ladies who work for the UFC. And
because you're a troublemaker.
No, I'm not a troublemaker. I speak my mind, and I'm not going to hold anything back. She's like, you can't come in here. I'm like, well, you better call security, because last time I looked, this is United States of America. Went and sat down, and they'd done everything in their power trying to not let me be in there.
Who's going to be able to stop? A woman stopped you from getting up there and making your
She tried to.
press conference, but you did get up.
Yeah, I went and sat down, and I was like, you guys got to call security because I'm not leaving. I've been to the last 11 years, over 25 press conferences after my fights, and you guys are not going to let me be in this press conference? Get security.
At the press conference, did you say, I feel I won the fight and that I was given this decision because of my business relationship with the UFC?
I didn't go that far. I'm not looking for excuses. I lost the fight, plain and simple. The guy ran away from me the whole time. I tried to, conflict with him and get a fight going. That's what we came there to entertain the fans who watched the fight, and it didn't come down to that. He ran away, picked his points, and when he scored on me is when I was out of position.
All right, fair enough. You're a brave man to get in the ring with anyone.
Thank you so much.
You, of course, everyone knows you bang Jenna Jameson on a regular basis.
It's my woman, Howard.
That is your woman?
Yes, sir.
You are not going to get married to her?
Nah, we're not going to get married. No extra pressure.
She says she wants to have children, though.
Yes, we are working on that.
You are?
Yes.
Why is there a delay?
Currently working on
Why is there a delay?
Yes.
Well, this last year we've been very, very busy. So this
Too busy to bang?
No, that's every day. Come on, Howard.
You bang her every day without a rubber?
Of course.
Okay, and you blow your load inside of her. I take it, right? Right, you don't pull out. Do you pull out? You do not.
Do you pull out?
No, I wear a rubber because I don't want to get my woman pregnant. I don't want more kids. I've had 3 kids. Now, you're in a different situation.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is when you're actively trying, you're a man's man, that full load, I know you must have a huge load, a big set of
That's
balls.
what she said, yeah.
And you have not impregnated her yet. I would think a man of your stature, a man of your prowess, would have impregnated her on the first try.
Right.
Much as I did when I had my children.
Right.
Now,
We will. We're working,
Is it your problem or Jenna's?
I don't think it's either of our problem. It's just, there's a time for God to put us in the right position at the right time.
So you blame God?
I don't blame God. I blame God for
Are
anything.
you doing the things like taking the temperature every day so you know?
We haven't got to that point yet. Right now, it's more of it's a fun loving, as you could say.
I see.
Right, you haven't taken her temperature yet.
Yeah, no,
believe me, that can be fun too.
Yeah, right.
If you can't conceive, will you adopt?
I think the next step after that is going to having someone else possibly having a kid for us.
Surrogate.
Yes, possibly. You never know.
What about Robin? It's your surrogate.
I'm not a surrogate.
Robin, you actually look great. You lost a lot of weight. You look very, very good. I'm
Now,
very proud of you.
You made a statement recently that you and Jenna are now investigating Scientology.
That was you always got to find interest to something, I mean, as a kid growing up, I looked at Mormons, Christianity, Lutherans. I did through all that.
Why are you and Jenna Jameson investigating Scientology? You told me you'd come back here and tell me what you found in your investigation.
I found it's a little bit of everything that people believe in.
Yeah. So you're not a Scientologist?
No.
Are you thinking of becoming a Scientologist?
Maybe. I don't know.
Possibly.
Possibly.
What? E-meters, a whole thing?
No, not that much. That's a little too much intense to it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a little too intense. I know. You know what? I believe in just being a good man, and treating people with respect and help others around you. And I think God put us on this planet for that reason.
Tito, you've written an explosive new book.
Yes,
it is
I was
called,
working on it last time I was on here with you.
It's called This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. I'll tell you about Tito's book signing. I know a lot of fans want to go out and say hi to Tito.
Sure.
Is Jen in town with you for the book signing?
Yes, she is.
Will she show up to the book signing?
I think she will.
And what will she wear to the book signing? Will she wear panties?
Of course.
She's a wild girl.
Yeah, she's calmed down a whole bunch. She's a different woman. Oh, she's a totally different girl.
Why, in God's name, and do you address this in the book, why did you wait a month to bang Jenna Jameson? Explain
respect
that.
Value.
Respect.
It's respect value.
It's a woman who enjoys sexuality. You can respect a woman and bang her on the first night.
Yeah, but it's a big difference, man.
He wanted to be different.
Different?
Yeah.
Different?
Yeah.
That's what they say every day, I guess. I don't know.
I never want to be different.
No, with me, it's a big respect value, and I respect her a whole bunch.
Did she think you were gay because you did not have sex with her?
I hope not. Jeez.
It probably
what was
made
I
her
gay?
Crazy.
I'd be the toughest gay guy in the world, that's for sure. Wow.
Why, you don't think there are any gay men in the UFC?
Of course there is. I think that one guy who I don't like might be gay. Oh, wait, he's married.
There you go. So you're wrong. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you say in your book, too, you cheated on your first wife.
Yes.
You did. You admitted that.
Yes.
That's not an easy thing to admit.
It was, when I wrote this book, the reason was I had a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of built up aggression towards my parents, and it was time for me to get my therapy out.
Why the aggression to the parents?
Because, at a young age, from the age of 6 to about 13, seeing them using heroin and being around gangs and the stuff that I got subdued to at a very young age, I shouldn't have been there, and I had a lot of anger towards my parents because of what they put me through. And my mother wrote me a letter when I was 25. She actually took me away from my father, and we moved back to Huntington Beach, and she got clean, and that's when I got back into wrestling and stuff, and that's what saved me. And I got to thank my mother for her being a complete heroin addict to cleaning herself up and changing her whole lifestyle because of me for my future. I thank her 100%, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, the heroin addiction is a pretty strong grip, and the fact that she did something for you as opposed to herself.
I mean, she was with my father for 15 years, and that's very unselfish of her to do what she did and, you know, give me a second chance at life.
Let me understand something, Tito. So you're saying when you were growing up, your mom and dad were both on heroin?
Correct.
And they abandoned you?
Pretty much, you know. I'd be there to be fed, you know, have clothes on my back to get to school. You know, I never brought people over to my house because I was embarrassed because we were living either in a trailer park or living in a motel, or, you know, it's just...
Would you go home and see your mom shooting up? And so, I mean, would she try to conceal it from you?
Yeah, they try to conceal a little bit, but, you know, you smell the matches burning. I mean, to this point in my life, I can't stand sulfur at all.
Right.
Sulfur smell, it drives me freaking nuts.
It's funny, you could have either gone either way. You could have become a heroin addict and join in on the action, or rebelled, and you were a strong-minded man enough to say, I'm not going to take this and make this my lifestyle.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there was a point in my life, there was 3 choices I had to make, you know. Be dead or in jail.
Right.
Be in gangs and on drugs.
Right.
Or be where I am right now. Well, I'm sitting here in Howard Stern show, and I've came a long way in my life. You know, I'm living the American dream. You know, people say that you're destined to greatness when you are. Well, no, you take choices in your life to make those destinies happen.
So your father, you don't have a relationship with?
Actually, Howard, I spoke to him about 5 months ago, the first time in 6 years.
Why do you think he got in touch with you?
I got in touch with him.
I see. You had told him, no way I'm being in touch with you. You wrecked my childhood.
Yeah, it was just, I had a lot of hatred towards him, and you know, it's time to really suck it up and face your anger and face your demons. And, you know, I went and sat and talked to him for about a good 3 to 4 hours, and, you know,
did you ever beat him up?
He quit on us. He quit on us.
Did you ever beat him up?
Never.
Never punched him in the face?
Never.
You wanted to?
No, never did.
Think that's why you were a great fighter? You were really punching your dad and your mom?
I was a great fighter because I have my older brothers, you know, Marty and Jim and Mike, who used to beat my ass every single day.
In a way, if they beat your ass and you fight back, you become a great fighter.
I remember my brother Marty, I remember asking him, I'd be crying, what do you beat me up for? He's like, so you could be a tough kid and you take care of yourself when you get older. And I was like,
dude, what a nice guy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I think they're
But now I look at him now. I mean, one of the baddest guys on the earth. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah, well, I suppose, but that's a painful childhood.
Now, did your father's clean now and all?
My father is clean. When I spoke to him, he looked awesome. He looked really, really good. My mother's been clean for, gosh, almost 16 years now. And they're
Do you
both
take
doing
care
great.
of your parents now?
I don't take care of them. No, I don't. I
do.
take care of my ex-wife and my son 100%. Actually, I gave all my money to him. Now it's time to start all over again.
No kidding?
Yeah.
When you say all your money, you mean half your money?
No, I mean everything.
You gave him everything you owned?
Everything. It's my son. I want to make sure, and you know, I have a great ex-wife. You know, her and Jen are really, really good friends. We actually had our birthday party.
Could never get them in bed together?
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
You would never want to be in bed with your ex-wife?
See, people are so used to, like, you're Jenna Jameson, the porn star.
Right, you must.
She brings home girls to you. And,
but Tito, I know Jenna, and I got to tell you something. She does love women.
Not anymore. She's a different woman now, Howard.
She doesn't want to be. But
she's in a different chapter of her life.
But wouldn't that excite you?
No.
If Jenna was the girl who brought home a girl once in a while?
I'm selfish. I'm very jealous too, so I'm very selfish.
Do you ever go to a strip club with her?
We've been a few times.
Okay. Does Jenna mess around in front of you with the other girls?
No, not at all.
You're kidding me.
No,
I don't buy that.
Yes, I'm serious.
You're telling me that.
We live normal lives, man. We're normal people, you know. Jenna, like I said, she went to a different chapter of her life now, and she's over the whole porn thing. She's retired. She's done, and she wants to start a family and, you know, do the right thing now. And she's an awesome woman. Of course, Howard, you do know her. And
I like Jenna very much.
Yes.
I just would insist that she bring a girl home once in a while. I'm not going to be in a relationship with Jenna if she's not bringing a girl home once in a while.
You wanted to be in a relationship with the porn star Jenna Jameson.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I think
when I first met her, I thought the same thing too, but then that was one of those things to have sex the first night, it would have been over.
Do you think, though, she has to act like a super prude now because she was a porn star, and the way she has to, like, go the opposite way to prove to you? Now all of a sudden, she's a Mormon.
No, not at all. You gotta understand. I mean,
she still wears hot
Jenna's
outfits.
a totally different. She's a hot outfit. She's a beautiful ass.
Was she, was she still walk around? Was she still walk around naked for you
and
let you
all
look?
the time, of course.
Was she masturbate in front of you?
We have fun, dude.
You do.
We're very colder with everything with each other and only with each other.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a fun
I feel
time.
about that. I gotta
it's
think
beautiful
about
love, you know. I mean, we've been together for 2 years now, and Howard said, you know, you're going to last maybe a month or 3 at the most.
I did.
So
she still does oral, though, right? She's not against that.
Of course.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, right?
I don't imagine you marry Jenna Jameson, you're in a relationship, and then she says, listen, I don't get blowjobs anymore. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, right?
I'm out of this.
Down that shop.
I mean, for God's sakes. Well, this is exciting. You got a book.
Yeah.
You're
the book's doing really good, too. I'm really happy because it was like the opposite side of me. People are so used to seeing the fighter guy that gets in the octagon and the mean Hunter Beach bad boy flipping people off and doing that. It's
This is the real
who grew
you.
up. It's the one who grew up.
It's your life story.
I've lived through a lot, Howard. You know, at a young age, I'm 33 years old. You know, I'm still going to compete and fighting for another 3 more years. But it's a new chapter in my life that's turning over.
When you started dealing drugs as a kid,
yes,
was that because you saw that was the culture you were in? Your parents were
exactly.
Were your parents proud of you? In a way, heroin.
They didn't know.
Proud.
No, I kept it hide. No one knew about it. You know, only the people who I dealt with and so forth. I mean, we sold marijuana, and that was, you know, just one of those things was to pay rent.
Right, I understand.
You know, to put food on the table, and you know, I was a thug kid who didn't understand anything at all. I learned everything I learned on myself. You know?
How'd you get into ultimate fighting though? Like, how did you make that transition from a thug kid?
I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in college. When I got into college, there was a guy.
Got into college because of wrestling, right?
Of course. I went back to school. I wanted to get educated, and my biggest thing was to be a high school teacher, a wrestling coach.
Right.
And I wanted to help out with kids. I thought kids were. There's teachers who helped me when I was in high school, so I was like, well, here's my chance to kind of give back.
Right.
And I started fighting with actually Tank Abbott. I was his training partner, and they made a new weight class in UFC. That was the very beginning, and it was 199 pounds. I wrestled.
Probably got paid nothing in the beginning. And I
fought for free.
Right, but I'm saying it was brutal, even more brutal.
Actually,
right?
I didn't really get hit until like the 3rd, 4th year in my competition because I was so dominant.
You got a nice set of teeth. Are those real?
Of course.
They are?
Yes.
You've never
Nobody's
had a tooth knocked
out.
No.
Unbelievable.
I'm bobbing and weaving. I'm like, you got to move out of the way a lot of
Will
positions.
you know, like Rosie O'Donnell was saying, in show business, you got to know when to get out. In ultimate fighting, you got to know when to get out.
Oh, of
Will
course.
you know?
Oh, 100%. When I start slurring my words and until that time, I guess you're too late. But, you know, I don't get hit that much. So, I mean, there's a big factor that happens there also. You know, I still have about 3 more years left of competition left in me. I mean, I am 33 years old. When I'm 36, I'm going to be done.
Time to get out.
Yeah, I'm just signed with William Morris at the beginning of the year. So the theatrical side of it is another, you know, chance of me doing that.
Yeah.
That and promotions also.
All right.
You know, helping other fighters come up and making the next Tito Ortiz.
You've had bar fights?
When I was 19.
What did the other guy look like when you were done?
I choked him out in about 25 seconds.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I never assault anybody. I used to be a security at a nightclub, and all the bouncers there knew me for, you know, stopping everything really quick. And I never laid a punch on anybody. I would just snap them down, front headlock, choke, and.
What's the best martial art to learn if you're a kid starting out?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
100%.
I mean, just high school wrestling.
High school wrestling. It'll teach you dedication, teach you sacrifice. It teaches you the hard work.
What about this Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? And I shouldn't be taking that?
That's, well, it's a big difference. You know, for a kid who's just coming up, I think wrestling really teaches the whole realm of a sport, you know.
Right.
It teaches individualism because they're doing it by themselves.
When you were wrestling, did a guy's penis ever slip out of his jockstrap while you were wrestling him?
Never.
Thank God.
Yeah,
right.
no, thank God, right?
Tito
that
will
happened
be
to you, obviously.
I know.
That
Howard.
happened to me and it landed in my mouth.
That's what she
Tito,
said.
it was terrible. When's the last time you begged Jana?
Jana?
Jana.
I don't know. Howard, you got to use your imagination on that one.
She's a wonderful girl.
You always try to pull the best out of me, and I almost give in a little bit just because you're Howard Stern.
Well, Jen never put a finger up your ass.
I don't know. Do you like that?
You want to know something? It's not my thing. I tend to clench up.
Really?
I'll be honest with you.
I did too.
You do. You don't like it.
No.
It's not your thing. You're not that crazy, are you?
No, I'm pretty crazy, but not that crazy.
You're pretty conservative sexually.
No.
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 What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, right? I got that great montage 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄.
Look at you. Tito, I wish you luck with the book. It's
Thank
a
you so
very
much,
honest book, and
Yes.
I appreciate you writing it. This is going to hurt. It's in stores now. Pick it up. Do guys ever come up to you at book signings and want to punch you out? Like, go, hey, come on, man, let's go right now. Let's go. Let's go.
See, Howard, there once again, once the anger comes about, you bash it down with complete kindness.
But there's some maniacs out there who just want to go right at it.
When they stand next to me, I mean, you're a big man too, Howard, and they kind of get a little intimidated. They're like, all right, Tito is a big guy.
Are you big in the pants? You would almost have to be with Jenna because Jenna's
I got big
seen it all.
hands.
You got big hands.
I got big feet. You know what that means? Big gloves and big shoes, right?
It'd be great if Jenna was afraid of your penis. Then you know you're a real man. Oh my God! It doesn't fit.
Jeez.
Now, what good would it doesn't fit do?
Wait, there's somebody who wants to challenge you.
Howard has that problem, I know.
Oh no, never had that problem. There's a fighter on the phone who wants to challenge you. I think this would be an excellent
telephone tough guy.
All right, let's talk. Go ahead.
Hey, Tito, how are you?
Really good, my man.
All right, now
I want to challenge you in a fight. And whoever wins will fuck Jenna Jameson.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
great.
You mean Jenna would be the
I got a
prize?
bigger dick than you. You're a pussy. I know I can fight you in this cage.
All right, high pitch. Gay Ramon, you're on the air. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Gay Ramon.
Hey, oh, my God, Tito, I'm a big fan of yours. Hey, have you ever had your asshole eaten out by another man?
Tito doesn't go that way.
No, I don't go that way yet.
Do you think about Tito when you're with when you're?
Howard, I have fantasized.
He wouldn't be the only man, that's for sure.
Are men attracted to you, Tito?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have your man ever hit
it's
on
cool.
you?
A couple times.
Couple of times?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. You know, I have actually a lot of gay friends that are friends, you know, and I don't swing that way ever, never, ever even a thought or anything like that, but you got to be respectful towards people.
Gay Ramon, can you finish right now listening to Tito's voice?
Oh, my God, I fantasize him beating the shit out of me, Howard.
You like that? Marty, where are you? Yes, go ahead. Yes,
I fantasize about Tito beating the shit out of Gay Ramon, too.
You're horrible, Artie.
All right, listen, go see Tito. TitoOrtiz.com is the place to get all your Tito information. Yeah. And by all means, get the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. Tito, great, always seeing you.
Yes,
send my love to Jenna.
Of course.
And I mean all of my love.
I got to say, his book, as someone who struggled with heroin,
yes,
it's so hard to break from that. And I think if my mother did that for me, that really is like that's a touching thing.
And it was really hard for my mother, you know, to accept that because all of her friends don't know nothing about the past and the history. They know nothing about. And I told my mom, you got to understand, Mom, there's a lot of kids who are lived the same type of life I did. Now want to think they have a chance to live. You know?
Right.
They look at Tito, they see, oh yeah, the guy who's a fighter, a champion, driving around nice cars, beautiful girlfriend. But they don't see what got me there.
Right.
And now they see they have a chance. Well, maybe they have an opportunity to do something like this in life.
Book is somewhat inspirational.
Yes. All kids, please listen. Go to school. Getting educated is the #1 thing, I believe, 100%.
You bet. Max, you're on the air in Portland. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, now.
Hey, Tito, why can't you admit that 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 was just a better fighter that night?
He was a better fighter that night. I never didn't.
I mean, look at the pictures on the internet, bro. Your face is all fucked up.
Really? Oh, yeah. I only got like 5 stitches. I was fine though.
Which fight is it? The one you're talking about?
Yeah, the one I did. I just lost last week. The guy ran away the whole time. People will watch it. They'll see. It's cool. I fought. I came out. I fight, and he didn't want to fight. It was fun. It was just an opportunity for Dana
when this
to
guy
pull me
says your
down.
face was messed up, is he lying?
I don't know. It's been a week, Howard.
You
look pretty good.
You look pretty good.
You don't even look like you were in a fight.
Yeah,
Travis, you're on the air in Las Vegas. Go ahead.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that last caller. I thought Tito won rounds 2 and 3 against 𝗦𝗫𝗄. I mean, 𝗦𝗫𝗄 fought his fight, but Tito's still a beast. He about choked him out at the end there.
Yeah.
And Tito,
you know, I got to correct you. You know, and I'm an honest guy. You know, I think 𝗦𝗫𝗄 won the match. You know, fair and square, I believe. I did have that triangle at the end, almost got him, but you know, for him running away, you know, this is ultimate fighting. This is fighting that really, it's a one-on-one competition that they need to compete against each other, not get 1 point and run away. How 𝗦𝗫𝗄 is doing, and I think I let a lot of fans down by doing that. But I appreciate your support, man.
Trevor, go ahead in Bakersfield, California, with Tito Ortiz. The book is called "This Is Gonna Hurt."
Bakersfield.
Hey, Tito, I had a question for you. Since everybody in the UFC kicked your ass, what are you going to do? Go over to WEC, maybe become a superstar or something?
No, actually, I believe the only person left there was Chuck Liddell, and 𝗦𝗫𝗄, the one that beat me. So.
Hey, I got to give it to you, but 𝗦𝗫𝗄 ran from me the whole time, man.
Yeah, well, there you go. So people seem to generally agree with your assessment. This is not just bullshit.
Well, believe me, it was. And it was a tactic on, you know, the president's part on UFC of give me someone who's going to run and strike, who's not going to stand in front and punch with me.
Part of the fun of UFC is that you guys are just going at it.
Yeah, that's what guys buy pay-per-view for. That's why they buy a Tito Ortiz pay-per-view, because they know I'm going to bring the fight when I fight.
You bet. All right. TitoOrtiz.com, the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. Thanks, Tito. Great seeing you again.
Without a doubt.
Come
Thank
see
you so
us
much.
again if you would.
Yes, for sure.
Tito.
So that went pretty
good.
Some
heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, it's my life. You know, I've lived an interesting life, a very self-told story that I either be dead or in prison or here on Howard, and I'm doing something right. So, you know.
Right. You mentioned that Howard's sort of like a benchmark to measure your success.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Howard's the best talk radio in the world, man.
So to be here and to overcome everything that you have is.
Yeah, and I look back at my history. You know, 11 years of competition and fighting, but I'm still going on to bigger and better things. And I'm really proud of my book that we wrote. And you know, hopefully a lot of people take something out of it, of an inspiration, and that's the biggest thing of all of it.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for stopping by and good luck with the book, man.
Without a doubt. Thank you much, guys. Howard Stern.
Best of the Wrap-Up Show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hine and Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏. The Best of the Wrap-Up Show begins now.
Hey, this is John Hine, and on Monday's wrap-up show, Chuck Zito stopped by, and we got a couple calls saying they didn't like him, more calls saying they did like him, and it got really quiet in this room. Here it is.
Howard's fascinated by him. I think Howard just loves, Chuck is everything that Howard never was and is never going to be, as most of us are never going to be.
Well, whenever Chuck comes in, Howard always gives that caveman rap,
right?
And it's true. I mean, who's going to mess with this guy?
See, I thought the story today that really made me laugh my ass off was the guy that was talking to his date while she was having a cigarette. Like, that guy doesn't know she's with anybody. But, I wonder what happens to when Chuck goes, get the fuck out of here. The guy goes, hey, wait a minute. I wonder how many words you get out before you text you.
You know, they make up their mind.
Well, he had another story
quickly.
like that when the guy said, Chuck went to the bathroom. Did you hear that one?
No.
Okay. So Chuck's at a real nice restaurant or something in L.A., and he's sitting there with two chicks or something. He goes to the bathroom. There's some guy sitting down next to the girl. And I guess Chuck says something to him like, I'm with, or the girl's like, leave me alone. He's like, wait a second, you don't know this guy? And it ends up the guy just came up to try to pick up the chicks, and he's like, well, you had 2 girls. And he goes, boom, and just punches them.
Yeah, it's a different set of rules.
Yeah, don't mess with Chuck. Jay in Sacramento, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? I came out to New York to, just hang out and party and stuff. And we went to Scores, and we were at the wrong Scores. I really wanted to meet Chuck. And so I asked one of the guys where Chuck was, and they got me a cab, sent me over to the other Scores. And he said, don't worry, I already set up. Chuck will meet you over there. So I was like, right on, cool. So I'm sitting there, and suddenly, big-ass Chuck comes walking up to me. He goes, hey, so I hear I'm a fan of yours. And I was like, no, he scared the crap out of me. And I was like, no, dude, I told the guy that I was a fan of yours, man, really wanted to meet you. And, he was a super cool guy, way nice to my wife and stuff, bought us a drink. And, Chuck's just a straight-up dude. He's just a real cool guy.
He's a good guy. He is. He's a good guy.
Is there like this air of fear when Chuck is around? Like people worried about saying the wrong thing or something like that?
What do you think, John?
I'm asking the question. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, like I said, it's like I've known him for a pretty long time, and I have a pretty good relationship with him. So I try not to say anything that would offend him, but I'm not sure I know all the things that would be wrong.
Right.
That's the problem.
When I do a pre-interview with him, I'm always watching exactly what I say to him, and you try and phrase questions that are very complimentary to him, as opposed to you could go a different direction. But, yeah, it's always tread lightly around Mr. Zito.
Were you in Vegas with us the year that Henry Hill was, bombed out of his mind and picked a fight with Chuck?
Yeah.
And Chuck was walking around the Hard Rock looking for Henry. It was just, Henry was drunk, and we were like, Henry, you got to get out of here. Chuck's looking at me, he's like, fuck him!
That story I just recounted, I'm like, as soon as I did it, I'm like, fuck, did I say it the wrong way? Did I leave out the wrong detail? Which I probably did.
Luckily for you, it was so confusing that Chuck won't be mad.
He had another great story. Did you guys hear his story about the condoms?
No.
He doesn't.
Tell it right.
Like Howard was talking about his condoms. And Chuck was like, what? I don't use condoms. And Howard's like, but he goes, occasionally a girl will insist. So what Chuck will do, when she insists, he'll make a little hole in it. So when he's doing her, it'll burst open.
Why? What's the point of that?
Well, then the girl won't even realize it. She'll see him put the condom on. And I probably told that one wrong, too. You guys didn't hear that story?
Joe in Missouri, you're on the
No one heard
show.
that story?
Hey, Joe.
What's going on? Kate, Chuck.
Can you cut that out of the show?
What's up, Joe?
Chuck is definitely a flaming faggot.
No, he's not.
Hold on a second, Joe. Chuck's not here to defend himself. Now, go ahead. I just want you to know.
He fucking spews out stories of banging 3 chicks, and the guy's in his 40s. Artie can't even do that. Gary can't do something like that. But yet Chuck Zito, he just wants to be a man's man. He is nothing. Next time it comes up in a meeting that you want to bring in Chuck Zito, that person's head needs to be examined.
So what he would say if he was here is he would say, all right, you're a big shot. Why don't you come up here and say that to my face? And what would you say to that?
I'll right there. Shit, right now I'm in Missouri driving a tractor trailer. I'll go up there and say it right to his face. I won't be a little bitch like Benji was a couple months ago and back down. I'll bitch slap him right in the mouth.
And I didn't back down because there was nothing that I went forward with.
Now, Mike, you realize that I have your phone number on caller ID, right?
Go ahead, give it to him. The only Pam Anderson pussy he's ever gotten is sucking it off like Tommy Lee's dick.
All right, I'm going to cut this off right now, but I'll tell you right now, if Chuck was here, he's not here to defend himself, he would say, come up here and tell me yourself.
And
be a man.
And the views of Joe in Missouri reflect in no way the views of anyone here who's on the wrap-up show.
Except Benji.
No, come on. That's not even...
No, Benji will tell a different story about that. Let's go to Jason in Florida. Jason, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jason.
Hey, the story with the Hells Angels rocker and jacket, a lot of places aren't going to let outlaw bikers into their establishments. It's not nothing personal against them, but you get another biker gang, they're going to start fighting inside the the arena.
Yeah, but at the time, Chuck was on Oz, and he was sort of a known. I mean, HBO invited him there, so he was sort of a known celebrity going into that. Thanks for the call. We got a couple other calls about Chuck. Let's go to Mike in Philly. Mike, you're on the wrap-up show.
What's happening, guys?
Hey, Mike.
That last guy's a little drastic. I'm not going to get that far. Chuck Zito would beat the fuck out of me. But I really don't think he's that good of a guest either. I mean, every time I listen to the show every day, all show long, and I'm just not interested whenever he comes on. I'm much more interested in what Howard said last week here in Dallas Strawberry this week.
But what about Chuck that you don't like?
No, I just find them disinteresting. I tune out. I listen to them, and it's just story after story.
But you're singing a different song than you did 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago, you said there's no way he fucks those broads. You think he's gay? What happened to that rap?
This is a different guy.
Oh, it's a different guy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool stories and all. I don't know. I just find them as a fan of the show. I find them a little not as interesting as it could be. That's all. It's okay.
Well, today's your lucky day, sir. Guess who wants to talk to you?
Chuck Zito?
Yes.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
What's happening, man? How are you?
Not too bad. Everybody's got their opinion. Some guys like the show, somebody don't.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I mean, I agree, and I don't think you're a bad guy, and I've never met you and everything, but I just find whenever you're on the show, and you're on the show a little bit more than other people are, I just find it a little not as interesting as it should be. I mean, Howard's interviews are good and all, but if you came on a little less, maybe it would be a little more interesting. That's all.
Howard's great. That's why I keep coming on. But he likes the story. I said Howard's great. That's why I keep coming on. But he likes the stories. A lot of people out there like the stories, and some people don't. So it's your choice.
And your show, I've listened to the shows you have, and it's just like they're flooding the market with Chuck Zito, and I'm just not buying it. That's all.
What do you mean? What do you mean they're flooding the market?
I wish. I wish.
No, but I don't know what that means.
Well, you got the Jay Thomas show. I think Jay Thomas is funny, and I listen to that, and I don't seem to get tired of it. But it's not a lot of him. Like Chuck Zito's been on the show. In the past year, how many times have you been on the show as a guest? I don't have the statistics.
Chuck, you've been in a couple of times, right?
Probably since January. This might be a second or third time in. Since January.
This year, yeah. But I used to do a lot last time when it was on the other show.
We're on regular radio. Yeah, and I know. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get a real celebrity on the show. No offense, Chuck.
That's all right.
But I'm just saying sometimes it seems like you're on the show a little too much, and then when you couple that with you having your own show on the channel, it just seems like a little too much Chuck Zito for Mike's liking. That's all.
All right, and
it can't be too much. I'm only 2 months away. Last time I did it was 2 months ago.
At least. It's been a while.
It's been 2 months ago, really.
And you had new stories that were great today.
I got to tell you, I bring this point up all the time. This isn't about Chuck. This is about everybody. Chuck wasn't on the show today because I had no guests. Yeah. We only put on the guests. There's days that we don't have guests. We only put on the people we want on. So it's not like I need a Chuck on because I couldn't get any guests. We wanted him on as a guest.
Well, I'd love to have Joe from Missouri, I think his name was, call back in, because Chuck's in here now, and something tells me, Chuck, he'd be singing a different tune.
There was a guy in here who was talking a bunch of shit.
You know what? Everybody's a telephone tough guy. But it's amazing when I go away and I do book signings and I do appearances all over the United States, not one person comes up to me and talks the shit that guy did.
1 year in Vegas, Gary, when you guys did the show before you did it in the joint in that arena, you had it out in the casino, and they had this railing up, and all the fans were leaning up against it. And this one time, Chuck's standing there waiting to go on, and a guy deep into the crowd, like maybe 3 rows in, Chuck has his back to him. He's talking to a beautiful woman. The guy yells out, "Zito's a pussy!" And Chuck looks at the girl. He goes, "Excuse me one moment." Turns around. I don't know how he did it, but spots the fucking guy 3 rows deep, goes right to him and goes, "You want to say that to my face now?" And the guy's like, "I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking." How many guys back out of fights from you? Like, that's got to be more than the fights you've had in your life.
Forget people call in and they're on the phone or they're in another state and they talk shit. So it's easy to talk shit over the phone. It's a little harder to do it person to person and eyeball to eyeball.
Norm in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Hey, Norm.
Hey, just nothing really personally against Chuck or anything, but, I just think it's a little bit crazy how everybody always acts like they're so scared of Chuck and everything like that. I mean, sure, he's, big and all, but, there's thousands of guys out there that are just as big as Chuck, just as intimidating as him, and, if people just walked around threatening to beat the shit out of people all the time, I mean, he'd be in jail, wouldn't he?
All right, so Norm, let me ask you a question. You're hanging out in front of a club, right? There's a girl having a cigarette, okay?
Right.
You walk up to the girl and you start talking to her.
Exactly.
Chuck walks up and he says, "Hey, she's with me. Get the fuck out of here." What's your next line?
Well, I'm not the type to really go and, if someone's with somebody, I respect every person as a
She
human
wasn't with
being.
anybody. She's just sitting there alone smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, but if he comes up and says she's with me, I say, okay, regardless of if he's, Hank the Dwarf or Eric the Midget, anybody, it doesn't matter, regardless of
That's
size
cool.
who
That's
he
because
is.
you have respect. That's why.
Exactly, and again, nothing personally against Chuck or anything like that, but again, I just think it's a little bit foolish that everybody's so, intimidating. I mean, there's no reason to walk around with like a tough guy attitude all the time and, throwing your weight around. And,
but I don't. I'm respectful. Everybody's respectful of me. I never walk around thinking I'm a tough guy or throw my weight around. I treat people the way I want to be treated, and when you don't, then we take it to the next level.
And that's what I love about Chuck is that he gives you a play-by-play of how he's going to beat your ass.
See, I've
before
never
does it.
I've never been to.
No,
the
I
next
mean, you
level.
guys know me, Gary. You ever see me walk around with a tough guy attitude? I never do it.
No, I've never been to the next level.
And I treat the people the way I want to be treated. Like I said, I always have that motto. I always say, treat me good, I'll treat you better. Treat me bad, I'll treat you worse. And then when it's getting worse, we go to the next level.
See, there's this code of men that I have not been brought into that no one ever told me about, and that's why I love the whole story about when Chuck had to punch AJ. Like, it was really weird because AJ talked some shit about him. Chuck went up to him. Chuck explained how he's going to have to hit him. AJ understood how he was going to have to take the punch.
Right.
I was like, I didn't get
then he bought him a dinner
I didn't get
afterwards.
that memo on how
I
that
bought him
worked.
dinner.
And then he bought him dinner.
Well, Chuck, isn't there some kind of respect thing going on there?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he said something that he shouldn't have said, but meanwhile, he put it in the newspapers, he put it in the magazine. It wasn't something he said to one person. He's talking about millions of people reading this. And he never mentioned my name, but he mentioned the word Hell's Angel and scores, and everybody knows I'm the only one that goes there, so he didn't have to mention my name. And then he got hit for it.
Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
Can I tell you my favorite Chuck Zito story?
Yo.
Please do.
Real quick.
So I got punched in the face at Scores one night.
No, Ralph, reel that back a little bit, because the reason you got punched in the face is funny in and of itself. Explain why.
Well, I don't know. Like, it was like I was talking with a friend of Big John's. We were just joking around and sort of like pretend punching each other or something like that. I don't know. And then I was really drunk, and then all of a sudden this guy just fucking punched me. And I went into the bathroom, to fucking stop the blood. And I'm coming out of the bathroom, and Chuck's coming out of the bathroom. Everybody thought Chuck beat me up.
Yeah.
Chuck's like, no, I didn't do it.
I said that. I didn't do that.
Yeah,
I never hit a drunk guy in my life, man.
It really wasn't my fault, Gary. I mean, it was just like, you're fucking around with somebody, and
Wait, could that be like a protection if like someone does something wrong? You say, wait, I'm drunk.
Right.
Well, some guys take advantage of people because a lot of guys can't even stand up, let alone fight.
Right.
So a lot of guys push their weight around and do that. I've never hit a drunk guy in my life because it doesn't prove anything.
I am always drunk.
You're always
Hey everybody, it's Julie. On Tuesday on the wrap-up show, we are trying to put the pieces back together of this fiasco that happened on Miserable Men. Bob was hurt. He vented. He said some things. Maybe some things that shouldn't have been said on the air. Maybe some things that should. And hopefully our show won't get canceled because of it. So stay tuned.
A couple of people have come to me today and said that a lot of what happened with Bob, they blame on Artie. And I'm not saying they blame it on Artie, but I think that Bob got empowered by Artie agreeing with him. You know what I mean? I think that's where Bob got his balls.
Well, if you listen to those rants, and Shuli's in here, I see Artie coming down the hall. More than 3 or 4 times, Bob said, Artie agrees with me 100%, Artie has my back. And it seemed like that conversation with Artie is what, boosted him. And Artie, later on, at the end of the hour, took the hit. He said, look, I feel bad because I told Bob to go on the air and express how he felt. He didn't tell him to say, fuck you, Gary. But he did sort of, let him know that was the place to do it.
Yeah, Artie just walked in. We're sort of blaming you a little bit, and jokingly blaming you.
Yeah.
I think Bob got his balls from you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that if you would have said, Bob, you're off base on this, he probably wouldn't have done that rap last night.
He called me up mad as hell, screaming in the phone, and I feel bad again. And this has nothing to do with anything. I just feel bad when a guy is broke and he's got a kid. So I'm doing anything to try to, make him feel better. And what I did say was, he was like, look, I'm going into Miserable Men. And I said, well, the rule of the show, Howard has it, if you're honest and you lay it out there, that always makes good radio. So I said, you should do that, and I bet if they play it tomorrow, it'll make for good radio, which it did. So I didn't like really encourage it. I didn't really discourage it, but I felt guilty for all the shit he took today, and that's why I was like, you know what, give Bob a break. I'm a guy that he sort of looks up to, and he probably took what I said as a fucking okay to go through those doors and go nuts. I did not know he was going to start screaming "fuck Gary," but
in his mind, whatever you told him, in his mind, he heard as Artie's got my back.
Well,
has he said that? He said that?
You can sort of tell.
I can tell you, in the past where he's been upset with Gary over bookings and stuff, it was never to that extreme. And I just think that the fact that he had somebody who's on the show, who works on the show, that says, you know, wow, that agreed with him and said, I do think that's kind of messed up. That gave him the fire, the green light, to just go apeshit and let it all out.
He shouldn't put Artie in that position, though.
Well, listen, Bob, first of all, like I told him before we went on the air, I said, we're about to do 4 hours on one of Howard's channels, and you're going to talk shit about it. I go, does that not make sense? It doesn't make sense to me to do that. It's one thing to say I'm not happy, but I saw how angry he was, and I knew it wasn't going to go well. And we had a whole format planned out for the show last night, and we got sidetracked. We had to recover from it.
Why were you against it?
Because I just think he was overreact. He took it way too personal. He took it as a personal attack.
But were you against it as like, hey, this could be dangerous for us, or this is not good
absolutely
for the show?
It could be dangerous for us. Why wouldn't it be dangerous for us? I mean, I understand he's being honest and he's expressing how he feels, but at the same time, Howard doesn't have to put a guy up for 2 hours, 1 hour, or 4 hours that talks shit about it. You know, it's his channels.
And, you know, there's something else just popped into my head. You know, we're saying how we do all the stuff with Bob. This is like a subtle thing, but we give him the plugs and all that sort of stuff. And in the past, like Greg Fitzsimmons or Lisa Lampanelli or even Gilbert Gottfried will try to get on the show and they can't get on the show and they'll say, could you please, if you could, plug something? And you've heard us plug it.
Sure.
And always, with the exception of Gilbert, because this isn't his DNA, I will get a thank you call or a thank you email. Hey, that was really nice, greatly appreciated. But Bob just doesn't seem grateful.
Well,
it's almost like you fucking owe me this. Of course you're doing my plugs. And I think the attitude. This has nothing to do with him being booked, by the way.
Right.
But it's just a feeling I get. Like Bob's never ever said to me, you know, I really appreciate all the plugs I get on the show. It really helps a lot. Never.
What's weird is he's one of the most generous. I've seen him, Gary, go home with $0 in his pocket at the end of a weekend to make sure that everybody else gets paid for that weekend for the tour. I've seen him take that hit, but at the same time, like what he did last night was a really selfish thing. He put himself before the show, and it almost cost us the show today.
John leaned over to me at one point when Bob was making the really feeble attempt to apologize, and everything was, you know, but this, but that. And John Hine leaned over to me, and it was right on the money. He goes, how many times have you had this conversation with your kid? You know, like with my child, where I'll be like, I'm like, Lucas, just apologize, but you know, but this, but that, but then I'm like, no, just say you're wrong. But.
Did John want you to say that?
No.
It's just the other thing that's happening now is, and again, this is nobody's fault, but it's a reason why Bob and a lot of comedians, a lot of people in any profession are frustrated. The economy is such shit. Bob said to me last night that some of the Killers of Comedy show don't sell well at all.
Right.
And at the end of the day, he has had to go into debt to make sure all the other comics get paid, to not only the extent where he doesn't get paid, he's actually in debt from the gig, which is nice and generous, right. But that could lead to being frustrated about other things, and that could lead to saying stuff on the air you don't mean just because you're in a frustrated time in your life. Right. And I think that's what he's going through. I know him to be a generous, nice guy, too. I think giving him a pass is the right move at this point.
And expect to give him a pass in 4 months when he freaks out again.
Because you know he's going to do this.
Well, then, after that, what are you going to do? I mean, Howard's being very nice about it now. There's no reason he has to let him come back on the air. If he does it again, there's going to be no one who can argue in his favor at that point. I mean, come on, after this, you know.
Gary, do you think giving him a pass is the right move?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little peeved about it. I'm not like fucking angry like some of the listeners are. I'm a little peeved about it. I don't know that Bob learned his lesson, but you know what? If he didn't learn his lesson, it'll be a short time before he learns it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other thing, you know, Artie is sort of so close to the situation because he knows Bob so well and he knows his situation. And Bob never called me and said, hey, Gary, times are rough. I really need this. I don't know whether that would have changed things, but I would have had a different approach to it. But I can't start booking the show based on people's economics. Do you know what I mean? But if I do that, then it's really tough.
I know. I mean, 80% of the people who work here are broke. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? It's shitty times. But, you know, the other thing about defending Bob or whatever I did in there for him. It's such a Davy and Goliath situation. I mean, here's a guy who's a road comic, and he's fighting for his life up there, and I just, I wasn't going to sit there and get into bashing you or Howard, but I was just trying to play the devil's advocate on his side a little bit, because it's like, you know, throwing a guy a life preserver, drowning. And I wanted to make sure when he got off the phone, Howard at least gave him the show back, maybe, because without the show, if he thinks times are bad now economically, they're going to be a million times worse.
But Artie, don't you think that the guy should have enough brains to know that before he goes and does those rants last night? Shouldn't he go, Jesus, without the show, I'm fine?
No, look, you're right. That's logical thinking, and I've done stupid things in my life because I'm mad, and things that make no sense, completely illogical, and people are nice enough to usually forgive me, and you go on. I was trying to give Bob that same compassion I saw from people just 3 months ago on the show.
Right.
You know, so I was trying to just be on his side there, because if no one's there, you're done, you know.
Right. But Bob is one of those guys that, you know, this is a recurring theme for him. I'm not appreciated. And he is what I would kindly call high maintenance. Well, he needs to be constantly massaged, and a lot of people I deal with don't. And sometimes I forget that, because so many people I deal with don't need that when somebody does need it, I just don't do it enough.
A lot of them need it, but you know what? They're comedians who bite their tongue. I'd say 90% of the comedians are so neurotic, they probably do need that attention, but they're smart enough and they have enough willpower to bite their tongue and go, look, that could burn a bridge. You know, I mean, you are the producer of a big-time show that affects comedians, and so they bite their tongue. Bob feels like he's part of the family, and he's allowed to get mad every once in a while. That's what he's saying. You know,
which also, I think, I mean, it's a real catch-22, because I thought his points were ridiculous, but he was sincere and he was pissed. And that probably, I didn't hear it, but it probably made a real interesting show.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
made
one of the most interesting. And I get that he's upset. I understand that he's upset, but that's something that he needs to take up with Gary, I think, on a personal thing. And if it does come on the show, then bring it to a certain point. You got to be able to control your anger. Like, Tim talked to him before the show. I spoke to him before the show. Everybody tried to get him, but he had that tunnel vision. He had the blinders on. This is what he was going to rant about, and that's that.
And I got to say, you know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back, but I think based on what Artie said, that, you know, comedians want to get on the show, that I have the power, that I hold the door. I don't think that I wield that power. I think that we're always in there fighting for guys. You know what I mean? It's never like,
you're not a power tripping kind of guy.
I'm not power tripping. I'm not like, hey Bob, I could make or break you. I want people to succeed on the show. Right. I like it when a comedian comes on and does well, or somebody that isn't known that well comes on. Like, I love that Lisa Lampanelli started coming on the show, and that not only she got better on the show, but she's gotten bigger in life, you know, in her career. That's good for us. It's good for everybody.
And her boyfriends have gotten lighter and lighter.
There was an emotion that came up in me today based on something he said that is another thing that he does that sort of gets under my skin. You know, he utilizes the Iron Sheik and Beetlejuice for his show, and that's fine. I have no gripe with that. And he does it because he wants to bring more people to the show, and he realizes those are popular characters from the show, and that will bring more people in. But then he will throw that in my face by telling me, I hire those guys because you don't pay them. And I'm like, you're not the Mother Teresa of comedy.
Yeah, wait, you mean he's told you that off the air?
Yeah.
That doesn't make
sense. He's like,
what's his point?
He'll say, I help those guys out. You got to help me because I'm helping those guys out.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean.
And I've said to Bob, right? I go, Bob, are you not benefiting from it at all?
Well, I mean, I can tell you, you know, 3 weeks ago we did St. Louis and Indianapolis, and Bob gave Beetle his share of the money for that week. He went home with no money.
But surely it's Bob's business. He's basically when they make a lot more, I assume Bob makes a lot more than the rest of the guys too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what everybody makes, but I'm sure. I mean, look, he's putting the shows together. He's the headliner. He should.
He's the guy that's putting it together, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
but
he's entitled to make more.
There's a whole separate issue there. I mean, the economy might suck to the point where clearly what you guys are doing isn't working plug-wise. Maybe you gotta, maybe you do lesser gigs for now.
And I agree with that.
I mean, if the audience isn't coming for a little while, you wait and maybe it'll come back. I told Bob that last night. Get booked in a club and make a couple of grand a weekend. And because at least you're making it. Why risk losing money? I mean, because I said, Bob, the depression after working hard all week and you're on stage in those dark clubs, you're trying to get your life together, you got your kid, you're getting married, and money's tight anyway, and then you got to do like 4 sets on the weekend and you don't make any money. That's God, as a road comic, you're going to be suicidal doing that much longer.
You also have to factor in traveling with 7 to 8 to 9 people on a tour. You got people sharing hotel hotel rooms, people eating meals, people. All this shit adds up at the end.
But if you're booking a show and it's not making money, why do you continue to do it?
Well, that's what I was saying. He's got to stop. He's got to consider. Right now, times are bad. It's not making money. Maybe the novelty of the Iron Sheik, and that's something else I told him. I said, Bob, you and Shuli can do a lot of time. You're comedians. Sal and Richard are getting better. Why do the circus shit? In the long run, people are going to want to know they can come see stand-up, not a freak show.
Artie, you've said to him on the air and off the air, you are not an enormous fan of the blue cheese thing. You've said that, right?
Well, I'm not an enormous fan of following the blue cheese thing because it's like following a fucking sexual assault.
But you've also said that he doesn't need that.
No,
that he's
really
funnier.
Clearly he doesn't. Of course not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These guys on the tour are all comedians. A real comedian should be insulted if they said we're going to have High Pitch Eric come out to get laughs and to get plugs. It's ridiculous. In the long run, it'll hurt you. Maybe that's what he's seeing.
Yeah,
now.
but these are shows. Not like these are like shows based on our fans. Don't you think like if they hadn't seen a show before, they want to see High Pitch Eric, they want to see Bob?
Not if the alternative is so that should be a separate tour, the Freak Tour, or whatever you want it, the Whack Pack Tour. This should be comedians.
Hey, it's Benji. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we discussed whether or not Ralph truly hates Gary, and if Ralph is trying to sabotage Gary, as Artie said. And a lot of listeners called up with different theories. Gary expressed theories, but Ralph never called in, so listen and you'll make your opinion.
There's also an interesting conversation that happens a little bit before then between Howard, Artie, and Gary about Howard finding an anonymous source telling him the way that Artie really feels about Gary and vice versa. And Gary, I wanted your take on it because it was revealed, of course, that the source was Ralph.
Right.
And both you and Artie didn't sound too pleased.
Well, I'm a little sensitive to what was going on, and it's always weird when somebody's throwing rumors behind your back and won't fess up to them. And I don't know. I was weirded out by the rumor that Ralph put out there, but equally as weirded out by the fact that Artie really verbalized that he thinks Ralph is out to sabotage me, that he really doesn't like me.
Do you believe that?
I don't know. I do know that it bothers me that I know that Ralph likes to goof on me and has a lot of theories about me. And, I don't know how it works, but in my imagination, Howard's in a dressing room in his apartment, you know what I mean, like a big giant walk-in closet, and Ralph's there with like a tape measure just talking shit about everybody. That's the interesting thing about Ralph is Ralph has Howard's ear for like an hour, like 2 or 3 times a week. And that's his chance to, spout all his theories and start all his rumors.
Now, just in case people missed it, what was Artie saying that upset you?
Well, I was sort of psyched that Artie doesn't feel that way. And then I pulled Artie into the office afterwards. I really was sort of shaken up by it. And I started to think the 3 examples that they gave was the Man Cave show, which that I completely disregard because they approached... In other words, they approached my agent. So what am I supposed to do? Say no? They thought doing a show, but they did approach Artie first, and then they approached us. The second thing was going to Iraq, and that's a bone of contention already anyway, because I just asked Artie if he thought it was a good idea if I could go. I don't really feel like I forced myself on him, but maybe Ralph sees it as now like I'm like trying to steal Artie's thunder. The other thing about going up to the Crafts house, that one is a little bit weirder for me because Artie wasn't really being handled. Like they asked him if he would do it. He said he would do it. But I'm like, well, who's going to make sure everything's getting done for you? And I was sort of helping on that way. And then they said, well, if you want to hop on the plane with him, that'd be fine. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And it never dawned on me.
I thought he wanted you to go.
It never dawned on me that if I hopped on the plane with him, that I'd be somehow stealing his thunder. And I'm not sure. So then I went back to my office and I thought, well, maybe subconsciously there's something to this. You know what I mean? And then so I apologized to Artie, and Artie goes, you're out of your fucking mind. It's Ralph's crazy rumor. I have no issue with you. Don't worry about it.
And you just got Ralph a 6-foot Iron Man replica?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike in Detroit, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, guys, first of all, great show. I wish you guys were on all day on Friday mornings, but I know things are what they are. With regard to this issue, to me it is painfully apparent that Artie is annoyed with Gary regarding especially the Iraq thing. There have been times when the topic has come up, and I get the impression by Artie's response that Gary really indeed did force himself on this trip.
Well, I was getting the same impression. I keep talking to him about it, and he keeps insisting that it's not the case. I'm at the point now, there was a period of time where I almost considered bailing on it. You know what I mean? Like just sort of pulling, like, but it was already a little far in, and then I got to the point where like if I bail on it, then I'm gonna, if they want to try to get another comedian, I didn't want to fuck the whole thing up. Not that they need me.
Well, bail because you think Artie didn't want you there?
Right. That's what I was thinking. I would really, and I spoke to Artie about it. I'm like, listen, if you don't want me to go, I don't want to go. Maybe there's a part of me that should have just said I'm not going and not have put Artie in a position to make the decision. I also think that Artie senses my sensitivity to it, so never misses a moment to jab at it because that's just what we do here on the show.
Yeah, Mike, you don't think Artie's just breaking Gary's balls?
No, I really don't. I think that Artie sort of does have this elitist attitude regarding comics and things of that nature, and I think his feeling is that Gary's taking the place of someone who could really bring something to the table.
Right. You're right. See, part of you is right about that, but I'm not taking another comedian's place. It was not. This is the guy. In other words, they can't put on a longer show, so I'm not taking that person's place. But I do agree with you the part that maybe Artie thinks that if you're going to be a comedian on the show, you have to earn your way on the tour as a comedian, and that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Good point. Let's go over to John in Philly. John, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just think it's Ralph is sort of the misfit son that Howard never had, and Gary's the good son that Howard never had. And anytime Gary gets something good, Ralph is just jealous.
Well, listen, Ralph and I have always been at odds over that. I think Howard sort of hit it on the head today that Ralph thinks that my job's really easy. And then Robin said that Ralph does respect what I do. But, I always got the impression that Ralph doesn't think that what I do is that difficult and that, he wouldn't be the first person to work here that it would piss him off that, that I get stuff through the show. But, I mean, everybody gets stuff through the show, and I'm not.
I think he's saying that because he's so incompetent in his own life, and he sees that you do stuff and you're somewhat successful and things happen, that, he's just trying to take shots or create controversy where there isn't any.
Well, one thing that was said today, and I forgot if Howard said it or Robin said it, Ben, you probably know, is that, they had the theory that Ralph thinks he could do your job and probably do a better job at it. Do you remember who said that? It was Howard or Robin. I don't remember.
It was Howard, because I think Robin ended up defending Ralph, saying, oh, no, Ralph,
But that theory's been floated around before.
Oh, it's not just my job. I think there's a lot of people's jobs that Ralph thinks he can do better. But the funny thing is, and I'm not going to get that too deep into it, but, Ralph's at a point in his life, and I'm not like kicking him when he's down, but Ralph's at a point in his life where he's 45 years old, and he still hasn't exactly established a career. Ralph has, we joke about this all the time. Ralph he really does have a lot of great ideas, but like the character in Night Shift, he's an idea man. I'm an idea man. But he's an idea man who doesn't necessarily ever follow through on great ideas. And a lot of times, even in our meetings, Ralph's one of those guys, and this is what used to piss people off about him. Ralph would come to a meeting and hurl out an idea, and he felt like the idea is enough. The work should be done by everyone else.
Wait, when you say he hasn't established a career, I mean, he really is Howard's stylist. That's really a job, right?
Oh, no. He's definitely Howard's stylist. But
and he probably makes, he makes a living. He supports himself.
Yeah, I mean...
Or
he does.
Or does Howard give him a lot of extra money?
I have no idea.
Well, that I don't know, but he clearly...
Like, do you think he makes over, like, 70 a year?
I don't know what he makes, but his lifestyle is certainly a non-traditional lifestyle, yet he's been living it for a very long time. Yeah. So you'd have to make the argument that he has established something.
When I say he hasn't established a career, okay, he's established a career as a stylist, but I think that if you spoke to Ralph and you asked him if he were happy with his place in life at this point, or 20 years ago, did he see himself being and having more, I think he'd be the first to tell you he thought he might have been doing something bigger and different at this point. Do you think that's a fair thing to say?
Yeah, I do. You don't think so, Ben?
Well, yeah, I think that's true, but I think that's probably true for most people.
Right, but most people don't go around telling everyone else how shitty they do their job and how much better they can do it.
And I think a lot of people are jealous of Ralph's lifestyle.
Garrett, when you said you took Artie's statement seriously, that Ralph is out to sabotage you, that's more than just talking bad about you. That's saying Ralph's trying to hurt your position. Is that what you think, possibly?
Well, I don't think he goes out with trying to hurt your position, but like somebody who's a gossip, right? Sometimes people gossip and maybe they don't think it's going to hurt you. I think Ralph's more like a gossip, but I don't know. I mean, now I'm starting to think, because for him to tell Howard that, for Ralph to say that he spoke to Artie and then to tell Howard that he thinks Artie believes that, somebody's not telling the truth.
Yeah. The question is who?
So, wait, say that again.
Ralph went to Howard and said, I had a conversation with Artie, and this is what Artie thinks, and now I'm going to, squeal on Gary.
Oh, yeah, but
Artie's saying
I took that even when Howard was saying that could be still Ralph's interpretation.
Right.
Like you're saying that Howard said it as if Ralph was saying this was what Artie said?
Yeah, I thought so. I got the impression that Ralph was saying, hey, I spoke to Artie, and this is sort of the impression, it might have been Ralph's theory, but I almost got the impression he tried to get Howard to think that Artie endorsed it.
Let's go to Jeff in New Hampshire. Jeff, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey, Jeff.
I got a comment about Ralph. I really think that when Ralph calls in, he's like everybody that disagrees with, like, let's say Gary. And when Gary argues back, the people that hate Ralph, they're kind of like, they're taking Gary's stance. So I think it adds a great mixture, because not everybody agrees with Gary or Robin, and Ralph kind of points that out. And for the people that don't like Ralph, they're just the people that agree with Gary, and that's just the way it is. It's not really, I don't know. That's my take on it.
This isn't about whether fans agree with me or Ralph. This is how I feel about what Ralph's saying behind my back.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I understand that. But in every job you're going to get that. It's going to be like, oh, I could do that person's job. But Gary, does he really know what you do? Has he ever shadowed you for the day that you've been there?
Well, he hung around here a lot. The first year we were doing the television show, but then he left right after he would leave at like 9. He was here to do makeup for the guests, so he'd be here at 6 o'clock, make sure Howard's hair was good, if any of the guests needed makeup, and then he'd leave around 9 o'clock. So maybe what he saw I did during the show was all he saw. And sometimes hours can go by and there's not much you need to do, but we were a lot of preparation goes into the show when the show's over. Like when myself, Will and Jason stay here the longest now. I definitely don't stay here as long as they do because I live in the suburbs and I got kids and everything. But we are in constant contact all day long. I am never more than seconds away from my computer. I am answering emails at 10 o'clock at night. I am making calls to the West Coast. And I'm not saying wah or anything like that. I'm just saying that it doesn't end when we walk out the door. But
you're essentially managing, is that correct? And that's what you've done to do. You've put in the long time, and they're the ones that are supposed to be there for you at this point.
But that's not even the point. The point is, I don't see Ralph having the I don't know if it's the word is dedication, the focus to stay with this thing all day long. Weekends included. You know what I mean? Right. I'm always. I have an office at home. I'm always sitting in there. I'm printing out notes, things that I want to talk to Howard about on Monday. I'm sending emails back and forth. Listen, I booked Rosie O'Donnell 2 Sundays ago. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. A guy emailed me. I called him back. Now it's a phone call. You do a couple of things, but you constantly have to be aware and focused on what's going on. And I don't know that Ralph would want to do that. Where is Ralph?
Yeah, I'm surprised. All you guys say you never want him to call in, and now we want him to call in, and he's not calling.
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Thursday's wrap-up show, Yucko and his lovely wife Nicole came in to talk about their wedded bliss, or lack thereof. It's pretty ugly in here. Check it out.
Yucko, you really smell like shit today.
Oh yeah,
I do. I don't know if it's you or the outfit,
a suit.
But it's and I've never noticed. People have always said that, but it's like a sort of like a sour milk that's been left in the garbage, sort of vomity smell.
So can you blame me for not wanting to fuck him?
Kind of like
well, I'm sure when he takes a suit off, he takes a shower. Or does
his balls smell as bad as his suit. So no, he's. That's why I said he was gross. He doesn't know how to.
I just get the bat wing shit. You know what I'm saying? Where the balls stick to the inside.
Yucko, is there a part of you that enjoys when Nicole busts your balls like that and talks about why she doesn't want to fuck you?
One of the reasons I married her. She can throw it right back at me sometimes.
And what about does he give it to you like that?
He tries. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it does really seem like you must have like the worst self-esteem on earth because you're with this woman. I mean, she's very hot. Yeah, I understand that she's probably like the best chick you've ever gotten in your life.
No,
but at some point you have to say, dude, like, what am I doing? This chick doesn't like me, doesn't love me. Why am I in this? What is the upside for me?
It can only go down. So who knows?
I'm not going down.
But Nicole, if you guys spend time apart like you say you want to, and this had nothing to do with other guys, it's just about you finding yourself.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that you find yourself through another guy in that period of time?
No, I don't. I'm not into finding another guy. That's not on my agenda. So, no.
Okay.
Would you ever want to live with Yucko, or would an ideal relationship always be we'll see each other occasionally?
We've been living together for 3 years, and it's too much. It's being around each other that much.
So call me on your 20th anniversary.
But you know what? Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Much.
Okay, I don't want to get to that point. Why? I don't understand why people get married. Anyway.
So what would your ideal marriage be?
My ideal marriage would be.
But you're at that point, Nicole.
No marriage at all, which is why I've been very honest with everybody from the beginning that it's just not. It's just.
But
not
do you
me.
think? Leave out the word marriage. Do you like the idea of you and Yucko being together for life?
I don't know.
She wants
I don't know.
She wants to
I
escape
don't want to be
hatch
80
whenever
years
she wants
old and look back and go like, fuck, I regret everything because I was with one person for the rest of my life and I didn't do what I had to do. I don't know.
What is it you have to do?
Not be with Yucko.
No, I want to fulfill my goal and pursue my.
She wants to learn the ways of the Force.
What do you want, Yucko, out of this marriage?
I don't know. Want her to be happy, and if she's not
But Nicole, here's a big
Pack your
question.
shit.
You just said what you're looking for, right? So if you guys,
I'm all about me right now.
But see, that's not a marriage. That's just all about you.
Exactly.
That's a little selfish.
But if you want
it's selfish. But is it
Then
better
why did
for
you
me
get married?
Is it better for me to pretend that everything is great? And be with him and pretend to be happy when I'm not happy, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm not there one day when he comes home from work.
Then
because I
break it
left
off.
him.
You probably should. Right.
Then break it off.
And you shouldn't have gotten married in the first place.
Which I didn't want to get
But you
married.
did.
I did, and it's not a big deal. We just get annulled. Fuck it.
You just can't do that.
Let me ask you something. Will and Jason, is he still here?
No.
We'll get
He
him
left.
back.
Okay. Can you see yourself? You already said you could be married to your fiance, so you're only going to fuck her for the rest of your life until you're 90 years old.
I don't
Only
know if
her.
I'll be having sex at 90, but
see, now you bring
I
up a different point. Now you're saying
That's another
no, but you're
point,
bringing up a
yes.
different point. Now you're saying not only do you not want to hang out with him and you want to pursue your dream, but you don't want to fuck him for the rest of your life.
I already told him that. I said, if I don't fuck you for the rest of our lives, what
So
what
does that mean
does
that
say?
should he let you sleep with other men?
I don't want to sleep with other men. I'm just saying though, like that's another thing. Like how can you be married to somebody and not have a sex life? We don't have a sex life at all.
Do you have a sex drive? Like in other words, do you crave sex, but not necessarily with Yucko, or sex just not that big a deal to you?
No, it is. That's why I like to watch porn.
But I don't
I
understand.
told you I'm like the guy in the relationship.
But 2 seconds ago, you said sex isn't that big a deal, and then you, in the next sentence, said, "God, who could sleep with him for the rest of my
well,
life?"
I didn't say it that way.
I mean, you guys
sort of did.
No, I didn't. I'm just asking. Basically, my whole point is that if there's no sex life or anything else, I mean, it's just.
But wait.
But there's
even
no
if there
sex
was a
life because you
sex
won't
life-
fuck 'em.
But even if there was a sex life, you're not saying you're saying you can't imagine being with the same person with the rest of your life,
Right,
which is
period.
fine. A lot of people feel that way. If Yucko said
Most of them don't get married.
If Yucko
Right.
said to you, "Listen, I maybe you're stopping yourself because your word's going to hurt me, but maybe you should be dating other people now. Maybe you should be exploring that. Would you be more comfortable? Would you want to do that?"
No, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with guys or anybody at all right now. I want to focus on me.
Okay, so are you okay not having a sex life like the next year?
That's fine. That's why you masturbate, watch porn. That's fine. It's
When's the
not a
last
big
time you
deal.
two like kissed, made out?
Made out?
Like a make out, like tongue kissing.
I
I don't know. Yeah, high school.
No, really.
Well,
Wow.
Benji, Captain Under the Bus made a good point over here. He said that during that whole Ronnie thing, Nicole and Yucko, they didn't even look at each other. Like you guys were.
Why do
totally-
we have to? We're together all the time.
Do you cuddle?
Sometimes, yeah, at night.
You don't crave a connection with a person?
Yeah, we have a connection, but it's not a physical connection.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be any connection. It's not physical.
What's the connection? Like time
Connection
spent
is
with one
that
another?
We're like best friends. Like honestly, we're best friends.
But I
I'm
got to tell
very
you, if
comfortable
I
with
were,
him.
my best friend is my buddy Frank. If we were in here while all that was going on, we'd be looking at each other, making faces.
We did a couple times.
Yeah.
We did.
Ronnie was talking.
Okay.
Yucko, are you miserable?
Yes. Look at me. Do you think I'm miserable?
I can't
Yeah.
tell.
I'm fucking miserable.
The red smile is a sort of. I can't tell from that thing.
So what would make you happy in this relationship?
I just feel let her figure out what the fuck she needs to figure out and then come back when she's ready.
How long are you going to wait?
Fuck, I don't know. As long as it takes.
5 years?
Shit, no.
Are you guys like get all embarrassed that you threw this like big wedding and a month later it's already gone to shit? Like, that's my worst fear.
Everybody that was coming to the wedding, that's why I was very vocal about how I felt. So that way, if it didn't work out, nobody was like, fuck. Everybody knew how I felt. My mom, everybody knew how I felt. And I was like, maybe we should postpone it. No, the tickets are already bought. Everything's already invested. You know, you never know. And a year from now, you could be like, I wish we would have just went through with the wedding because we're still together. Everything's fine. You never know. You can't predict anything in life. So you might as well say, fuck it, do it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Is this the best relationship you ever had in your life?
Obviously not.
Bob Levy, you're on the wrap-up show.
Here's Bob.
Hey, after listening to these two today, I think Nicole should have took my room key 3 years ago when I handed it to her. No, but I think they're going to work it out. I think they're good people, and I think they just need to do what they got to do for now, and it'll work out in the end.
But what would working it out be to Nicole?
To basically pursue her dreams and really like come to New York, and Yucko will come to New York when he's done filming.
But she doesn't
out in
want him in
Atlanta.
New York. That's the point. She made it very clear she doesn't want him to come to New York.
That could be a problem.
No, I didn't say that. I mean, I do need like a little bit of time though away from him. I mean, we need time apart. I'm sorry, that it's just the way.
Don't
it
be
is.
sorry. We're just trying to figure it out. It's, how you feel is how you feel.
Right, but everybody is so like critical because everybody is used to living a certain way of what marriage is, of what they grew up thinking marriage is, and so it's hard for people to be open-minded and understand where I'm coming from because it's not the conventional way of a married life.
See, the more I hear Nicole talk, the more, in a way, I put this on Yucko because I think Yucko's so in love that she told him everything up front, and he just hoped it would either get better or go away.
But that's definitely what happened, I think, and I think because Yucko's such a good guy, he really is, and
he's a great guy.
He just couldn't, like, when you're going through with the marriage, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, she doesn't want to get married, but we can make it work out,
right.
and this is what had happened. This is what they're going through right now, and it's horrible.
Bob, you ready to do this again?
Yeah, man, it's easy. I've done this before. It's a piece of cake. This will be great.
Bob, is this going to be your second or third one?
Third one.
You better get a real nice basement this time.
No, I'm not even getting a basement. I'm not even going that far.
That's right. If they get divorced, they're splitting the condo.
Nicole, if we could give you an instantaneous annulment right now, is that what you'd want? If we could just say, hey, say yes, you're annulled.
Oh, that's a tough question.
Oh, thanks.
Well, how do you
Thanks
feel?
for
I mean,
fucking heat.
what's your heart say?
Well, the more that like I hear him talk like that, yeah, right now, do it because he's such a miserable prick that.
Yeah. Well,
No,
when
he's
you say
not.
you wanted an annulment, yeah.
I'd rather have an annulment than a divorce. Absolutely.
Because it looks good on your taxes. That's real.
No,
right.
because I don't want to be known as a statistic, as a
You
divorced woman. Well, that's why I didn't want to fucking get married. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, great.
We have a happy marriage. We've been married a month, and look, we bicker like fucking. We've been married for 20 years. Is that how long you've been married?
Thanks for calling in, Bob.
Hey, Bob, I'll see you this weekend in Easton and in Levittown, PA. Go to ReverendBobLevy.com for tickets. How's
Rev
that?
Bob Levy.
When was the happiest part of your relationship?
The first 6 months.
Yeah, I guess.
So bottom line, whether it's an annulment, a divorce, whatever it might be, you just need time apart.
Yeah, I feel like the way I am, it's the second longest relationship I've had. Other than that, I don't stay in a relationship for very long because once you lose that spark and that excitement, it's boring after that.
Yeah, that part of it is the part that they call work. You have to work
Right,
on it.
and see, my thing is I don't want to work at that when I want to work on other things. I want to work on
But lots of people do both.
And Yucko, you're willing to give this time to have this time apart, correct?
Yeah.
Then do it.
Whatever it fucking, like I said, whatever it fucking takes, Just you got to work at it.
That to me like bores the fuck out of me, knowing that I have to work at a marriage.
Yeah, see, Yucko, you should have never married her.
No,
she's pretty upfront
It's clear
about
to everybody but these two.
And,
Nicole's included,
excuse me,
except
yeah.
Yucko.
You got a clue in the clown.
What? Oh, about
I
this?
think it's just that, and also a lot of people don't know this either, but he's been engaged 2 other times before me. So I think that it's because it was another engagement that he felt like to his family that I have to go through with this.
No, it wasn't. That had nothing to
That's
do
the
with
way
it.
I feel. We
Well,
talked
then
about
you're
it. That's the way I
retarded.
feel. You're fucking retarded. Okay, where's that annulment paper? I'll sign it right fucking now.
Yeah, go get it. Drink some more vodka.
I need to fucking be around you.
I'm doing good.
So what are you doing down here today?
What am I doing? What are you writing a book?
I got it now.
Just going down to see Howard talk about how come we're taking 2 months to get back on the radio show. How are you?
2 months is too long, right?
2 months is way too long. My fans cannot wait 2 months. I can't wait 2 months.
𝗪𝗪𝗍𝗿, as you know, is a host on this channel, on Howard 101.
One of my favorite.
The best host. Considered the best host. Better, certainly, than me.
Better than Bubba?
Better than Bubba.
all of
He's
the
better on,
professionals.
𝗪𝗪𝗍𝗿 is better on the radio than
Hi
me
there.
and Bubba put together times 10.
I don't know how he never
It's
had
true.
a career in radio.
I like that.
He did a couple of shows and already is better than me.
I don't know why he bothers. Chuck, I'm looking at your tattoo.
Oh, it's a new one. How you like that?
I didn't think I had seen that before.
Chuck, this is a beautiful tattoo of Jesus H. Christ himself on your arm now.
Oh, wow.
It's the size of your entire shoulder.
This is my niece, Faith. She's 8 years old. She has cancer, and I put that on for her.
And Jesus. Really? Let me ask you a bit. Are you a religious man?
I'm well, I don't go to church every year.
But to put Jesus...
Not even every year.
Your 8-year-old niece got cancer.
Yes.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man.
Was there a history?
It says no. That's why it says sometimes God can be so evil, you know.
That's a shame.
But it's she had a brain tumor at 7 years old.
Oh.
Jeez.
And when they removed the tumor, she can't walk or talk anymore.
Oh.
So she's
That's
8 years
awful.
old now. Now she's just trying to get her speech back, and she's therapy. And
see, I get the chills and I get upset
man.
when I
Pisses
hear
me
that.
off because
Yeah.
a kid doesn't have a chance in life. That's what hurts me so much.
You have a
But somebody
sister?
like me, I'm 55 already, and you know, I've done some things in my life that should have happened to me, and I would change place with her any second.
What do you have, a sister or a brother?
I have two sisters.
And this is your sister's kid?
Well, actually, it's my great niece. It's my sister's sons. It's my great
it's
niece.
a shame. So
Faith. So her name is Faith, so I put this on for her.
So people must think you're very religious with Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that's what a guy saw it. He said, "When did you see God?" I said, "What?" I saw him last night. I was at some restaurant.
You just like his picture.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, when I was a kid living in Bensonhurst, I've seen these three guys actually walking out of a basement apartment, and they all had tattoos, and they were all with Christ head. I said, "Man, that looks pretty cool. I always wanted a Christ head."
Right.
So I finally got a Christ head, and now it's for a good cause. So I put my niece's name there.
Very nice. Let me tell you. So before you beat a man almost to death, does he see Jesus' face? I mean, in a way, it's
I
sort
show
of
him. See this?
Yeah. Guess who you're going to meet?
You believe in God? That's because you're going to meet him.
Don't you?
I hope you meet him.
Don't you think that's great? Like you say, look up at Jesus while I put you down.
Bye-bye. See that?
Look at
Bam.
that. Boom. So
But
the
it's good
guy
tattoo.
when
Adam from Big Joe's did that.
Hey Chuck, have you ever beat up a guy and I mean really give him a good pummeling, and then he sees Jesus and he thinks he's having a near-death experience? Like he goes, "Hey, I'm Chuck, thank you. You beat me so hard. I saw Jesus Christ."
Well, the
You go, "No,
tattoo's-
asshole, it's my tattoo."
The tattoo's fairly new, though, right?
Nah, yeah, that's I haven't beaten anybody up with the new tattoo yet.
You haven't?
So actually,
Would
that's,
you come in
that's
here?
20 hours.
Wow.
And it's 4 sittings, 5 hours each. So
Well, I would think Chuck Zito would sit for all 20 hours.
No,
I figured
no,
you're so
man.
tough that you could
Chuck
handle
has
it.
other things to do.
not just that. After a while, after like 5 hours sitting there, it's hurting, man.
You don't want the tattoo guy getting weary either.
They say the longer it takes, you get used to it. That's bullshit, man. It's needles going in your arm.
That's right. Yeah,
and then it's
the most I've ever been tattooed was like maybe 2-3 hours.
Right.
And it gets a little on your nerves after a while.
Oh yeah, I've seen Sly. Sly's tattooed now.
Oh, is he?
Stallone.
Yeah.
He sat through. I was with him 10 hours at one time.
One sitting.
One sitting, man. He took it.
I don't. It doesn't bother me to get tattooed. Doesn't hurt.
You could
Yeah,
do
but
10
look how big it
hours?
is. What do you got? A dot there?
Come on, man.
A
What are you
dot.
thinking about? That's you got a dot. That's true. Yeah, yours is rather
what are you
involved.
talking about?
I sit there. It's a little thing over there.
Didn't bother me.
It didn't bother me. Okay, next.
Now, what is this latest controversy? Somebody had the nerve. You're one of the best actors I've ever seen. I remember
thank
you on
you,
Oz.
man. Thank you.
And everyone, and I want to meet the man who says you're not.
Right.
Now, let me understand. So somebody, it said in page 6 that somebody, you were working on a film.
Right.
And somebody who worked with you said you were a punch-mugged, terrible actor. Now, I mean, that's very disrespectful, isn't it?
He wants to see Jesus.
He wants to see Jesus. Is there really
Well, what
someone
happened
who said
was
that?
page 6 called me. They told me who it was, and actually, I brought the kid just brought up the director. It was a little trailer of the movie if you wanted to see it.
Yes.
And he has said this guy Arthur 𝗏𝗏, which I couldn't believe. He was in Sopranos. He did a lot of things.
He's a friend of yours?
And he's a friend of mine. And I never heard him talk bad about anybody, but I think it was just somebody stirring a pot and starting shit.
Yeah.
Because supposedly they called him. He says, "I would never say that." And
He says
I
he
like
never.
Chuck.
He says he never said it.
Never said it.
He did. He did say
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if he's a guy who's never started trouble, why would he start with you?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So, like I said, it was just somebody starting shit. And
What if he had said it? But fortunately, he was smart enough not to say it. What if he had said it?
well, then he'd go down the road like the other people, the road of hard knocks. Man.
I can imagine. In fact, someone said to me, "Gee, the other day when you came up in your costume for your movie there, with the mustache, someone said to me, hey, Chuck's wearing a strange outfit." Somebody said it. I go, "Are you fucking crazy?"
That's a strange outfit.
I
That
said,
was a suit on. You saw me in a I wore a suit for you one day.
I said, "Do you want to get your fucking head knocked off?" There's nothing strange. I said, "Even if it was strange, Chuck can make that look normal." You asshole.
I thought that was a pretty good-looking suit. What are you talking about?
Chuck, please. I straightened the guy right out.
Good.
Yeah,
Did you hit
don't
him?
worry about it. Yeah. No, I didn't even need to. I told him you were going to hit him. So recently you attended a UFC fight, Ultimate Fighting Championship fight, with a beautiful girl in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And you described that the girl you're with, very beautiful girl, starts talking to another guy.
Oh, no. What happened was I took this girl. We met actually a few weeks before the UFC. She said she was a big UFC fan.
Now, was this a date?
Well, that night it was, a date.
Now, by the way,
actually, Donald was sitting in front of me, Donald Trump. And he says, "Is that your girlfriend?" I said, "Well, tonight it is."
By the way, I bring this story up because men have to learn how to behave in certain situations.
Right.
And Chuck is very good at that. A lot of his show, when he works on Howard 101, is devoted to how to behave like a man.
How to be a man.
How to be a real man.
Because there's no role models out there these days.
I could tell you how to be a man, but it'd be a joke. Chuck would know how to do it.
It's
all right. So you're
where
there.
You go to like California and Vegas. Guys aren't used to getting smacked around.
Right.
They're very disrespectful.
Right.
And people have told me before that they don't care if you're with a girl; they'll come right up to you and start talking to the girl.
Right.
So that I want to see that.
One thing I notice many times when I'm with a woman, you're always respectful. You never,
He's never tried to hit on a girl who's with you.
Chuck could easily grab the girl by the hair and drag her off, and he doesn't. He's respectful. There is a respect that you give someone when they're out on a date, right?
But you have said that people have started just walked past you, ignored you completely, and started talking to Beth.
Absolutely, I do nothing. But Chuck,
You're a karate man.
I know. Shotokan. What does a real man do in this situation?
I take this girl and I pick her up first. She meets me at the. I stay at the Planet Hollywood hotel and casino there now. It's a big, beautiful place. Everybody stays there now. So we jump in a limo. They take us to the fight.
Right.
So as soon as we get in a limo, she starts texting people. I hate that. First of all, I hate that.
You're a man who wants to be paid attention to.
She's texting while she's with you?
She's texting.
Don't you feel like, wow, I must really be boring this woman if she's texting?
Yeah. We get to the fight. I'm watching the fights. I look over. She's texting. I said, "Who the fuck is she texting?" Right?
Thought she was a fan.
Yeah. Thought she was a fan. I'm thinking that we had front row seats. Dana White's always great to me.
So the whole time you're on this date, she's texting. Go ahead.
Then we go to with some friends, and we go to Rayo's. They have a new Rayo's in Caesar's Palace.
Perfect.
So we go to Rayo's. We have a big dinner.
It's a night, and you're buying her dinner, right?
Yeah, we're buying the dinner.
Right.
So then next thing she goes, "Well, I want to go out and have," and we're sitting eating.
Don't you think because you're
texting while
texting it?
Oh,
did you ever think, gee, she's probably excited?
She's telling everybody she's
with
me.
Chuck Zito.
I don't know about that. So after dinner, she goes, "I'm going to go have a cigarette." Then I said, "You smoke?" Because she was tall. She was beautiful.
Right.
Yes. I said, "Okay, go out."
All right.
I'm talking to my friends. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes, like 15 minutes. I said, "Where the fuck is this girl?" Right. So I walk out, and Rayo's had a front patio where everybody's smoking.
Sure.
But like 20 feet away, there was a big fountain in the middle. And I see her sitting down, and then some big guy is leaning over her, talking to her. I'm saying, "What the fuck is this?" Right. So I walk towards the guy, and I walk towards them. I get in between her and the guy, and he kneels up, and he's a big guy, bigger than me, right?
Right.
I said, "Did you lose something?" He goes, "No, what do you mean?" I said, "Did you lose something?" He goes, "No." I said, "Then get the fuck out of here before I knock you the fuck out." Right?
But Chuck, in fairness, if I may ask, at that point, how's the guy to know that this guy...
Well, thank you very much, because she said the same thing to me. She got upset that I got upset.
Right.
And he goes, "Well, I'm waiting for a friend." And I said, "Then go wait somewhere else. Get the fuck out of here before I knock you out," right?
Right.
So then she goes, "Well, look, he saw a single girl here smoking."
Right.
I said, "Well, you're not single. You're with me tonight."
Right.
And you should have just said, "I'm having a cigarette. I like to be left alone."
Right.
Instead of this conversation.
See, I have the problem with her. She should have said to him what you said.
Well, he sees, "Oh, I don't know. I got pissed off. What could I say?" Talk.
Talk to who? You know, Chuck.
So then what happened? I get in between them. I left out. I get in between them.
Right.
I said, "Did you lose something?" "No." I said, "Get the fuck out of here." He goes, "I wasn't talking to her." I said, "No, what were you talking to? The fucking fountain?"
Right.
I said, "Get out of here before I knock you the fuck out." And then she goes, "Well, there was no reason for that. He wasn't doing it." I said, "You're not by yourself. You're with me tonight."
Right.
Then what happened was one of my girlfriends coming. that's who she was texting. So her girlfriend shows up. She goes, well, where are we going to go? I said, what do you mean, where are we going to go?
Right.
I said, I want to go with you.
Right, yeah.
Well, my girlfriend's here, but we want you to come with us. I said, well, I'll tell you what. You want to be with your girlfriend? Have a nice night. And I left.
Wow. You know what? You want to know something?
Kick the girl
if I was in a situation where somehow I mistakenly talked to a woman you were with, I would just say to you, listen, Chuck, I'm never talking to another woman again. I would swear. You know, I had a similar.
Pissed me off.
I had a similar incident. I'm at a place, and this is years ago. A guy starts talking to a girl I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and bought them drinks because they looked like they were having a good time.
They were having a nice time.
Yeah, he was much bigger than me. I don't think I could have.
He's talking to your girlfriend?
That's right.
And you bought them drinks?
That's right, and I left.
This is why we need your show, Chuck.
Chuck, thank you for straightening me out. Now I know what to do. So I say to the guy, how'd you like me to fucking knock you out right now?
Howard went over to the guy and said, listen, I should fucking wait somewhere else. I'm an asshole.
Would you mind if I said, listen, I know Chuck Zito and he's going to knock you the fuck out?
Go ahead. Use my name, Howard. Use my name anytime you want. It's because I'm on a radio show, and it's because I do radio now.
Chuck, one question, though. You're out with a girl. She texts for a friend. Yeah. In your mind, maybe she wants a threesome. Her friend, and you. I mean, was that possible? This was not that.
Nah.
No way.
Nah,
I think you were right to leave. I think you were right to leave, and I'll tell you why.
Well, yeah, the date didn't sound like it was going well.
She was texting the whole time. She's not talking to Chuck. And then the next thing you know, she's bringing a girl for protection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's adding somebody to the date.
I need that protection.
Yeah, protection.
I want to be with you. I don't want to be with her.
Right.
And she goes, well, we want you to come. I don't want to go now. I said, goodbye.
How'd you meet this chick?
So, I was at a function. Actually, I met at the Rambo function.
Right.
I was actually here a couple of days before I went to the Rambo.
Right. And then
we were talking about that, and she was there with some people, and I said hello and everything else.
Are you getting laid, though? You have any... I mean, I can't imagine after something like that, you didn't go out and get laid somewhere.
Not with her that night, that's for sure. No.
Wow.
But we were doing that, and it just pissed me off. And like I says, in California, it seems that they disrespectful out there. In New York, they know. Hey, you fuck with somebody's girlfriend, you're going to get beat up,
Maybe
shot,
people don't know who maybe they didn't realize who you were, you know? I mean...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right. A man's supposed to respect somebody else's girlfriend and everything.
But how
and
is
the guy
that
was bigger than me.
Yeah, but how is that guy supposed to know? She's out there by herself smoking a cigarette.
Well, I shouldn't blame him. I blamed her, too. So
he was heated up.
And then I was just pissed off because I'm waiting with my guests in there, and she's out there talking to this guy. And the guy was like twice my size anyway.
Right.
At least take a shot at me.
Right.
Try it. take the shot.
You're very
wasn't
intimidating.
that interested in a girl.
So, a lot of times I would see you around with Pam Anderson. I know you were friends.
Yes.
I feel you've finally gotten her pants because...
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. In 2007, it was reported that Chuck dated Pam Anderson. They were seen cuddling and kissing on New Year's Eve in Las Vegas. He always claims they're just friends. But you're always around there. There seems to be something going on. She's always calling you when she comes to town. I believe you fucked Pam Anderson. I do, Chuck. And I think you ought to... Come on, what happened? Did you fuck her or not?
I told you.
You fucked her.
I would love to tell you and 20 million people, 1 million other people I banged Pam.
Nothing.
We're just friends.
No kidding. I can't believe this.
I did not bang Pamela Anderson.
Cuddling among you friends?
Well, there's a little cuddling there, but there's no banging.
Was there kissing?
Yeah, we kissed. It was New Year's.
You were making out a little and cuddling?
A little.
Boy, if she went that far, you think she'd
why
fuck
didn't
you?
you try to...
Well, she went that far. You think she'd blow me, right?
Right. At least a blowjob, right?
What the fuck, man?
I can't believe what you're telling me.
We're friends. We're friends. She's a dear friend. She calls me, of course, when she comes to town. She calls you, too, I'm sure.
She does always call.
My girl's calling you? What's going on over here?
Oh, don't worry. I'll buy you drinks. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. By the way, you can check out Chuck Zito's website. What's going on the website? ChuckZito.com. What do we do?
Actually, this is my new shirts I came up with. We have this new Italian bad boy wear that I'm selling.
Yes. Clothing is your thing now?
Clothing line.
Okay.
Oh, we're trying.
Right.
We're trying.
And what else goes on there?
We have just a bunch of pictures. We have my book we still sell on there. In fact, I'm in the middle of my second book now.
No kidding.
Yes.
What do you mean a second book? What's that
Well,
about?
my first book ends in 1998.
Right.
So from 98 till now, 10 years later, I've been arrested a dozen times and back to jail and all that shit.
Since 98?
Since 98.
You've been busy.
I've been busy.
What is it, Fluff Off Lily?
Would you like to hear a very amusing Chuck Zito story that one of the guys just told me? So apparently, Doug, who works here, when he lived in the city, used to have parties.
Right.
And Chuck came to one of his parties, and everybody was having a good time. And then it came time to leave. And I guess Chuck got on his motorcycle. It was late. It was making a lot of noise. So a woman came out and started yelling at him about his motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he's like, just be quiet, whatever. She goes, you know what? I'm going to go get my husband. He's a karate instructor, and you're in big trouble. Guy walks out, lays eyes on Chuck. He goes, Mr. Zito, I'm so sorry. My wife has no idea what she's talking about. And
She'll learn to love the sound of a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was so upset about the bike. She came out, started saying it. So of course I'm
in Manhattan. She's upset about a bike.
Well, Doug lives on a quiet street, I guess.
I guess so.
So she starts yelling at me, and then I start saying like, "Suck my what?" She goes, "What did you say?" I said, "You heard me." She got a husband. He came out.
I tell you that. So take a couple of calls. Chuck Zito. Frank, you're on the air in Longview, Washington. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I slapped Chuck. He didn't say anything.
You slapped Chuck? I die.
That's right. I'm the doctor that delivered him.
Oh, you're the doctor who delivered. There you go. That was the last man that slapped you.
That was the last time. Yeah. Well, I gotta go arrange foster care for the kids now.
Thank you. All right, there he slapped you. He was the doctor that brought you into the world. Yes, Mark. Go ahead in Boston.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, Chuck. I've been around a couple of broads that are even worse than the one that you went out with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They deserve a slap. I never had the balls to slap them because I'm not a man. Because they definitely deserved it. Have you ever done anything like that?
Well, I never smacked a girl in my life. I never touched a girl.
You never have?
Never.
So a real
I was
man...
married 30 years to my wife, never cracked her. I should have, though.
When's the last time you got laid?
Well, he didn't get that girl the other day.
No.
The text message girl.
Nothing like
You'll never get married again?
No.
Why
Never.
not? You're not going to fall in
Unless I have
love?
kids. Unless I have kids, I get married. But
you know,
You're
aren't
not
you
gonna
tired?
give love a try?
Aren't you tired of chasing all this pussy all the time?
Not really.
You're not. You like to chase, and you never find one that really turns you on and you want to stay with.
You know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know because I was married so long for 30 years.
Yeah.
I had this girl, a couple of nights ago at the house, and we had a good time. And I have a big bed.
Where'd you meet this one?
Scores.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wait, she was a customer or a stripper?
Yes, stripper.
Stripper. Go ahead. Yeah.
So we went.
Look at you.
Went to my house and.
What happened? She said, "Hey, Chuck, you
we had a good time. We were banging. We were doing this. We were sucking, fucking everything." And then I came and everything was cool and I started to doze off a little. And the next thing you know, she puts her arm around me. I like to go to sleep. I saw her. Wait a minute. I'm done. We just came. Go on your side. It's a big bed. Don't touch me.
Really?
Oh yeah. I fuck that, man.
Oh my goodness! No cuddling with Chuck.
Now, Chuck,
the cuddling is good with some people, but sometimes it's just.
But once you say to a woman after you've fucked her, you've sucked her, you've done it all.
Get over to your side.
To say to her, get over on your side. She never saw you again, I bet, after that, right? No. She was mad, right? That's disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful. There's time. There's like a time to sleep, and there's a time to come, and there's a time to rest, and that was rest time.
Wait a minute, Chuck. Do you ever date these women more than a few times? I mean, do you get right in there right away all the time?
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's like my sister Cindy, I thought, right? Yeah. She goes, I says, the last girl I just met was 18 years old. Yeah. She goes, what kind of conversation could you have with an 18-year-old girl? That's a sin. I'm not having with these girls to have conversations.
But let me ask you something. I mean, seriously.
We're worried about you.
When you say that to a woman, she doesn't come back for more, right? That was it. You insulted her.
It's not an insult. It's just that, like I said, at a certain time,
So you two
time to rest.
You two will not see each other again. Is that correct? It was a one night.
Probably not.
Probably not. See?
Yeah.
See?
Where is
who?
Baba.
Benji. Look at his face.
I didn't do that.
Look at his face. Show Chuck all the blood coming out of your mouth.
He's still bleeding.
He's still bleeding.
Yeah. I just got a call from your ex there or whatever the fuck.
Ivy.
I read about Ivy in the newspaper.
She called me the other day to say she wants somebody beat up. Right? She calls me. I call Benji. Don't call me.
Yeah, you're not getting laid.
It's like I thought it was a setup, man.
Yeah.
She goes, "I'll pay you money to get my money back or something." I don't know. About a family. I said, "Right, do me a favor. Do not call. I don't want to hear you."
Yeah, right. You're not looking to do hits on people.
Forget about it.
Right.
The paper said she might be in some trouble.
Yeah, Benji. I didn't realize how serious it was. Ivy's in big trouble, right?
Yeah, we don't go out anymore. But she went to jail Friday.
Oh yeah.
But she's out now.
She's out of jail.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a story. I don't know if you want to do it now or later, but
maybe some other time.
There's always a story.
You've been in jail.
It's always a story.
What was it like when you were in a Japanese jail?
I was in Japanese prison for 4 months.
4 months.
Why were you in Japanese prison?
Well, actually, I was in Japan when this whole bust happened in '85. And I was with John Jett and Bon Jovi. They were out there. And this was before Bon Jovi was anything. I mean, they came back to the States. They became very big.
So this is probably back in the 80s.
85.
Okay.
And then they had a big raid against the Hells Angels in the United States, and they raided my home.
Right.
And I was with actually 20 Hells Angels. We were out there to vote on a Japanese charter.
Right.
But they never made it, so...
You mean you were thinking of starting a Hells Angels branch in Japan?
In Japan, yeah.
Right. So do you think they arrest you to keep you from starting a new branch?
No. They had a big nationwide sweep for a couple of years. They had this investigation, and I was one of them that they raided my home. So I surrendered to the American Embassy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to get caught on the plane and show good faith and surrender. So they handed me over to Japanese police and they were supposed to put me on a plane the next day to fly back to the United States.
Right.
And they put me in there for 4 months waiting to be extradited.
Wow.
So I was in Japanese prison for 4 months.
Why do you think they kept you in the Japanese prison as opposed to just taking you right out of there?
Because that's the treaty they had between Japan that you have to extradite people.
So would you say to the Japanese
so they
prison?
just suckered me when I went over there. They said, we'll send you back tomorrow. So okay, cool.
Is Japanese prison 10 times worse than American prison?
And the worst prison in the United States is like a hotel compared to Japan.
Why is it so bad in Japan?
But it wasn't bad for me because I was locked down 23 hours a day.
Okay.
So, and I was separated from the rest of the prisoners because it was all Japanese prisoners.
Right.
But they don't, like the jails here, you watch TV, you play pool, you do courses.
Right.
Over there, you're locked down. They have like a foot wide mat down the whole corridor, the whole tier.
Right.
And you have to walk on that mat, single file. You can't talk to each other.
Wow.
Nothing. No.
But don't they serve that fabulous sushi?
Yeah, is it like going to Nobu?
Is there like Nobu, free Nobu?
I don't know. I was living on white bread and the water a day.
No kidding.
I didn't eat the stuff they were having, man. There was like fish heads and
fucking octopus.
Shit, man.
Fish heads.
Shit crawling around in the fucking soup and shit. I said, fuck that, man.
So you literally lived for 4 months on bread and water.
Bread and water.
No kidding.
Literally.
And you probably lost a lot of weight.
No, actually, I gained weight because I was training every day. I was doing 1,000 push-ups a day and sit-ups. That's all I did.
What did you do in your cell all day for 4 months? Did you just sit there?
Talk to yourself.
Do they have any books in English that you could read or something?
Actually, they had a couple. I had some sent in.
Right.
So my wife at the time was sending my books in and all. So I was allowed to get some, I think, a letter a week. And you were allowed to get a book.
Wow.
So
wow. Now, why wouldn't they let you out into the regular population?
That's the rules they have there. They don't let any
foreigners
in with the prisoners there in case something happens, I guess.
But sounds awful.
Meanwhile, I was twice the size of all these guys. These guys were small, but then they had some big like sumo guys as guards. They didn't fuck around there.
Right. Man, no TV, huh?
TV. You're lucky if they had a radio there, man. Forget about it. They had nothing.
Wow.
They had nothing. And
so
they used to play in the morning.
So do you go insane? I mean, you're just staring at a wall.
Basically. It was a 6 by 8 foot cell, and you were there 23 hours a day.
Wow.
Then they took you out for an hour, and they put me in a cage outside.
Wow.
And all the other inmates would just look at me, and a lot of people would say, Rocky.
Rocky.
And I was
Rocky.
And it was pretty wild. I mean, I could laugh about it now, but it was pretty wild.
Wasn't good then.
It wasn't good then.
Listen, no disrespect, but do you ever break down and cry when something like that's going on?
Does Chuck Zito cry?
Will Chuck Zito cry in a bad situation like that? And no one would fault you for doing it.
No, I've cried sometimes at night there. You know? Yeah, I'll just say, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's a sad, sad, yeah.
And, especially things going on now, my niece and all that stuff.
Right.
Hey.
You're a human being. Some people think you're not. Some people think you're Superman.
Well, I do worry, though, about this whole thing of not really wanting to get close to a woman.
Like an asshole.
You know what, Robin
is disturbed.
I've been with some girls, and
hey, someone told me you banged 3 girls in a 4-hour span. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well,